Check, 1, 2, and 2. Make sure the mic is on. Always check the mic. That way you don't look stupid, you know? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. You're with the Crypto Lifer, baby. Samuel James Price. Welcome to the experience, the Crypto Lifer experience. Did you put your life into crypto just like me? Maybe you did. Has it been paying off? Maybe it did. Maybe you're still finding your way. We're going to teach you how we did it, how we became millionaires with crypto. And we're going to teach you how it's done. It took me 7 years. It takes people a lot of time. I've been in crypto since 2017. All right. This bull run was very good. There was a lot of money. I mean, this bear market, there was a lot of money made during this bear market. I want to talk about it. Big liquidity down here at 36.5, 36. Are we getting the pullback? It looks like we may. We're going to talk about it. Fear and greed is at a very, very high place. When the fear and greed index is that high, you, my friends, have to consider the fact that the market is sketch. 73 is a bit ridiculous. You know, I mean, you get to 80 and 90. I've never really seen it much higher. Usually 69, 70, we start getting a pullback. I always heed everybody. I don't sell Bitcoin, but these are areas where I start selling something. I sold my biggest position, Casper, for massive gains. So, you know, you gotta take advantage when the market hands you money. You know what I mean? Even if Casper keeps going, you never know. I could die next week. What if my wife needs that money right now? I'm just saying. I'm not trying, I hope I don't. But I'm just saying. The present moment. I live in the present moment. You know what I mean? Now, I do plan for the future, but I live in the present moment, and I believe you shall too. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't think I say and do should be taken as financial advice, as you can see right there on the screen. Shout out to the channel sponsors. Shout out to ITrust Capital. We love you. Thank you so much for being a part of the Crypto Lifer team. And if you want to jump on and get your Roth IRA today, you can even move one you already have into ITrust Capital and BingX, where you can trade the S&P, Forex, and more in the same place. I'm going to start trading the S&P on BingX next week, so you should get excited for that. I'm going to start showing you things that I'm breaking down for the S&P. We made a big trade on the S&P recently. I'm going to show you how it was done in the macro. That's my Friday afternoon video. I basically gave you a trade 2 weeks ago. Bang, bang, bang. Love you so much, best friend. Love you too, Crypto Wifer. Wifer, stay strong, stay well and strong. Crypto Billy, man, what a good man. And shout out to Crypto Billy, man. You know, I saw that he was also, this made my day, actually. But I was going through Twitter. You know, Ben popped today. I put out a tweet for Ben. It went up 20% after this tweet. I'm not saying I didn't pump it, but that thing pumped. Look at the gains this lifer made. Let's talk about today. $7,000 off $128, right? That's $5,000 off of like probably about $240. The same idea. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Shout out to Master Friends Teaching, coming to the Crypto Lifer team, understanding risk management and getting it in. But Crypto Billy, man, he even served for our beautiful country, man. So cool, man. Him and his sweetheart over here. Him and his lady. Love his life. They're still together to this day. I believe. I'm pretty sure that, yeah, I mean, that's his wife, yeah. And his best friend, as he says, too, man. And my wife is my best friend, too, as well. God bless everybody here. Follow me on Twitter if you like what you're seeing. This is awesome. You got to love this. That's so amazing. You got to love that. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. FTT and Luna lead the gainers. What is wrong with these people? Funny. I love this. Why does Pepe hold its price than all the other coins? Because we don't sell. We believe in our Pepe. And we have no leader. We are decentralized crypto face with this Pepe. And, you know, Tom Cruise's orange pill should be an interesting bull run. Yeah, Tom Cruise. And you get a Bitcoin. And you get a Bitcoin. And you get a Bitcoin. You know, I want to talk about something. I want to talk about blueberries. I do. I want to talk about blueberries right now. I'm not going to eat a blueberry here. But let's talk about it. A pack of organic Kingberry blueberries. Look how many blueberries are here. Look at my hand. I could probably do, like, there's like one handful there. 1, 2 handfuls, 3. 2, I mean 1, 2. Yeah, can you count, Sam? 3, maybe 4 if I'm like, you know, but I probably could crush this in 3 handfuls. How much was this at the store today? How much was this pack of organic blueberries in Northeast Boston, Northeast America, the northeastern part of America, New England? How much do you think this was? Any takers? Who's going to guess how much this was? You know what I mean? Yeah. $6.99. People are saying $8, $9. I guess maybe it was better. This was $5.99. $5.99. Yep. $5.99 for 3 handfuls of blueberries. Are you kidding me? Like, I don't know about the average person, but like if your kids ate blueberries and your family ate blueberries, it looks like blueberries are off the list. Like, or you got to find another way, or you're going to have to not eat organic ones. You have to get the sprayed ones, even though these, you never know anyway with these labelings. Who knows? You do the best you can. You know what I mean? But unbelievable, you know? Unbelievable. But, you know, this is why we need Bitcoin in our lives. This is why Bitcoin has kept me ahead of the curve. Remember when I bought that Bitcoin at 19,000? Bang, bang, bang. And things continue to bang on us to the upside. So one thing you want to look at is the fact that these blueberries are going up in price, baby. And it's not, I mean, that's just, inflation is everywhere. The lollipop, you know, rack of lamb, 4 rack of lambs, 25, 26 bucks, no meat on them. The meat is getting smaller. The price is going up. It's insane. It is insane. So, you know, or you can grow them yourself. That's the thing. I said it. I said, you got to grow your own blueberries. You got to grow your own stuff. You know what I mean? I'm this close. No, with my next 100 grand, I'm buying a plot of land. I'm setting up, like, you know, maybe 20 minutes from my house, maybe 40 minutes. I don't know. Maybe in New Hampshire. I'm going to pay for someone to help me fix it up. And some local guy, someone out there, I'm going to give him like some maintenance fees. And I'm going to be growing all sorts of food up there. And then once a month or once every 2 weeks, I'm going to drive my family the hour up to New Hampshire. And we're going to get our own food from our own greenhouse. We're going to be growing potatoes. We're going to be growing blueberries, growing raspberries, corn, you name it. I'm going to just start growing my own food up in New Hampshire. You know what I mean? I'm only 40 minutes from the border of New Hampshire. Not too shabby. So shout out to everybody here. Shout out to Gary Cardone. Shout out to Meg's BCK. Meg BCK, we love you. And your mans. God bless all of you. You know, Mason, Crypto Mason. Shout out to Ben. There's Ben, just looking through my feed. Little Bubble doing his thing. Just check the soul chart, and that's hilarious. He's inside of this, you can see, right? He's in the rocket. What a cool idea, though. It's not bad. Not a bad idea. Anyway, we're going to talk about Bitcoin. We're going to talk about Caspa. We're going to break it down for you. Remember, earlier today, bull pennant, right? Looked nice. Kind of expanded into what's called a symmetrical triangle. Now it's chubby. It's chubby. And look, if you look here, all right? Trade is down. I don't trade hard. Look, $8. I'm really scared, right? $8. That was the 59 bucks we put in at 34x leverage this morning. Still sitting at $8 loss. I don't lose money. I'll tell you that right now. When the market's flat, I don't put a lot of my money in the market. That's when I'm not hot. That's when I'm not going in. I can understand how the market moves. Now, if we broke above the zone and retested, I would double down into the chart. I would double down. If you see us break above 37,485, I'll be doubling down into the chart. But the trade's still there. We did not get stopped out hot. Why didn't we get stopped out? Because I put my stop below a bullish order block. See this? This candle did not hit that candle. We got a bit of an inefficiency. And I was able to snub myself right below that area, hoping this candle would keep us away. And again, it's kind of crazy how ICT works. And we wicked into the area. We bounced right back up. I was still safe from the trade. I probably was down, what, $30 or something, though? I don't risk a lot on Saturdays. Saturdays are not my favorite day to trade unless there's I see something in the charts that is screaming at me. However, the low stochastics, the reason why I got in, we had low stochastics today. Low stochastics came all the way up and gave you absolutely nothing. That shows signs of, you know, and that's kind of, look, that could be an M with a lower M, you know. Stochastics came back up and you made a lower high. Now we have resistance for Bitcoin at 37.3. If you can't get back above that, expect more downside. Then we came and couldn't get above it again. So some trouble brewing in Bitcoin paradise for sure. It's not all lovely. I would love a pullback for Bitcoin because it would bring back Caspa and all the coins that I took profits on. All right. And I'd be able to get back into them. And I'd be able to put my profits into other coins and buy back my positions. See, that's a beautiful thing of actually taking profits. I don't know if you guys know what that means to do, but if you know what it means, does anyone here know what it's like to take profits? Who here knows what it's like to actually take some profits? Anybody? Anybody? Put your hand up if you've actually taken profits this year and you pay yourself. Put your hand up, put 2 hands up if you're going to pay yourself the next time, but you just have a hard time. Also, put it 1 if you take profits. Put it 2 if you have a hard time taking profits. Put it 2 if you have a hard time taking profits. 2, if you go to do it, you don't do it. By the time you do it, the coin's dumping, and then you sell. Put it 2 if you have a hard time taking profits. I know you do. I know you do. I know you do, because I had a hard time taking profits when I began trading. Yep. You see it up. You know it's up. You know it's so high. You know it's not going to get that high. You know you're at a huge place. You feel good. You've been showing your wife your gains, your friends your gains. You post your gains all over on Twitter. You want everyone to know how big your bags are, but you don't have the guts to take the bag. You don't have the guts to pull the trigger. You don't have the guts to pay yourself. And you end up in the same place with a great rush. I mean, you paid for the rush. It was great, right? But you end up in the same place. Nothing changes. You don't have any new cars in the driveway. Your kids aren't going to any fancy schools. You didn't take the money, right? Same things are going on. You're not wearing any fancy clothes. the same things are going on. You're back where you started on the night shift like I was. And everyone, I worked the night shift for 6 years of my life, from 31 to 36, 35 and a half, maybe 5.5 years. I got up every day at around 9, 10 in the morning, did my thing, went to work at 7, would get out around 3, but I had a cool deal with the guy working. He would let me out at like 1:45 a lot. I'd get home by like 2:30, go to bed at 3. I'd wake up, 3 to 9, 3 to 10. I'd be up by 9:30 every morning. I only needed 6 hours of sleep. I liked it. I had the whole day to myself, but I also, I was away from everybody. I was kind of like incognito, So let's break down Bitcoin for you guys. We'll break it down from beginning to end in case anyone's here new on the channel. Any new people on the channel have never seen the Crypto Lifer. My name is Samuel James Price. Nice to meet you. I've been trading since I was 25 years old. I have a radio voice. It sounds cool. I know you like it. And I'm going to kind of give you crypto like they talk about sports, man. And you're going to feel that vibe, that awesome professional vibe. We got professional sound here. We got professional camera work. I worked in TV. For 20 years of my life, I was working for David Letterman's show. My next guest needs no introduction when I finally got canned because the pandemic took my job away. All right? And I was already trading in between. I decided to go full-time, and the rest is history. I technically already been trading full-time. On and off, I had already been trading for about, solidly. I started my first buys and sells 24, 25 years old. Then I got into gold and silver. I started studying the history of currency and found out that every single currency, what do? Well, they ran it to zero. Look, could this be an Adam and Eve double bottom that I just start seeing for the first time? And this could be the neckline here. And if it broke down, it would give us a nice little dump easy back to the 200 SMA. We'd go through the gap, which we're actually below right here. We did hit a resistance of the high volume node, and we would come nicely right down into this little red pocket here for Bitcoin. Not saying it's guaranteed to happen. I'm just giving you the bullish and the bearish scenarios. We're going to break it down for you. We're going to build a possibility. Then I'm going to either make a trade or stay out of the trade or give some type of prediction. Every single time I'm live, I make a call for Bitcoin. 1 out of like 30 times I tell you I'm not doing nothing because I can't see. Every once in a while there's indecision in the market, but for the most part I call long or short, and I'm pretty spot on. I've been spot on for a long time. Because of my track record in the last 2 years, I believe I'll be about I'll say 88% accurate on my Bitcoin calls throughout the next year. I really think I will be, but you never know. May God help me, and may my due diligence of every single day help us. But we've been super accurate for Bitcoin. I've been calling it left and right. If it's short, we're good at it. If it's long, we're good at it. We've been nailing it, getting us all the way to this point where we're at now. But now we're at a precipice. Is it time to come home? Is the chicken coming home to roost? This is why everybody's here right now. That's why I have 563 people on a Saturday night, all right, on 8 o'clock, because everybody is sitting here wondering what's about to happen to the market. And they know that the lifer can give them some good of insight. I'm not saying I'm going to guarantee it, but I can give you some insight as to what's likely going to occur. Let's take a look at the weekly time frame, break down our big areas, our small areas, and let's talk about it. I do top-down analysis every single day on the channel. Didn't get to do it this morning because I wanted to wait for tonight to get it in. So right off the bat, what you want to do is you want to go to previous support or resistance. Support or resistance trumps all indicators, in my humble opinion. I've seen indicators telling me we're going to dump. We break above a previous support. I get in there with a stop loss below. We rock it to the upside. Look, no indicators at all. If you just studied your patterns. Double bottoms break to the upside 68% of the time. And they go the length. Hit R instead of T. They go the length of this here. And then you would swing them to their top line. And that's basically where you went pretty much to a T. 36,630. BLZ looks interesting. Can you let us know your thoughts? Thank you. Shout out to Dopamine Wave Pool for the 999s. Man's work ethic is unmatched. You're in the right place at the right time. Smash the like, send in the super chats for TA on specific coins and deep dive. Shout out to Crypto Bear Baker. Shout out to Allcoin, Crypto Billy, and all the beautiful blue crew in the house. Everyone that supports me, all my moderators, GF Burke, Love Learning, Jamie, Shano, and everybody in the crew. Shout out to Ivo 10 Broke. I hope I'm saying that right. Shout out to Dave Roy. Shout out to Rin Tin Tin. Shout out to D Shuffle, Bitcoin Jim in the house, and everybody that jumps on in and becomes a member and supports the channel. Shout out to Crunk C. Shout out to Ivo 10 Broke. Love you, Sam. Love you too, buddy. You know how to pay yourself. I've seen you making massive gains. You're the man, Sammy. Yep. And what happens when you take gains, everybody? What happens when you take gains? Well, when you get to your spot account, all right? When you get to your spot account, you're sitting on $51,000 in Tether waiting for your next move, all right? It's pretty nice. It's a nice feeling when you got some Tether. Could AVAX continue to the upside? I got a bag of AVAX, and it's actually doing pretty good. You can see I have 203 AVAX in the bag right now. How much is my AVAX worth at the present moment? About 3,362. Bought it last night, maybe $370 overnight. I'm in the green right now. That's how you make gains. All right. I saw AVAX was about to snipe. I sniped it. Still holding gains right now on AVAX as the market slumps. But AVAX looks like the baby that's about to do some damage. We're going to talk about that in a second. And I'm giving you love, baby. I don't have to give you all the gems for free, but I do a pretty good job of reeling you in with the knowledge. Next thing you know, you're in the trading group because you just know it's the best place to get the information. You'll never go broke taking profits. So I just want to show you, if you know nothing about indicators, just support or resistance and patterns, you would have nailed this trade to the upside with just simplicity. Just beautiful simplicity. All right. Anyway, I always like pointing that out. Bitcoin really is such a beautiful thing. It works simply, nicely. Like, look here. You would know nothing but a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. You would have made it. You would know nothing but a falling wedge. Falling wedges break out, right? Now, this was a little tricky. This, I had to use hidden bullish divergence, a Fibonacci. We found hidden bullish on the 8-hour, and we were able to work our way up in here. The indicators told us what was going to happen, though, and we figured it out. Let me I just show you. If you were with me, I saw this come up, come down. I clicked on the RSI. And this was swinging up while the RSI was swinging down. I also drew a Fibonacci there, and I hit a 786 retracement. And with those two very strong indications for me, it told me that we were like, look, 7-8. It told me we were definitely likely 100, very, very, with a lot of certainty, going to get a move to the upside out of this falling wedge back to the upside. And that's exactly what we did. We made all sorts of crazy calls this whole time. That flag. And even the big move here. I called the move out of here when everyone else was super bearish. And I told you why I was able to call this move, because price was going up while the stochastics went down. Told me we were likely going to get a move. But now look at the stochastics curving down on us. Not the best sign. Massive hill, but massive lack of bullish momentum. We also have bearish div on the daily. Tells me there's time for a bit of a pullback, all right? But let me, I'm jumping the gun a little bit. Let's get back to the weekly. I just got a little excited, and I jumped the gun a little bit. I'm sorry. All right. Who here has never been to the channel before, and this is your first time watching Sam Price, the Crypto Lifer? I'm Sam, just so you know. I don't mean to refer to myself in the third person, but I'm here, It's me. A lot of people call me Sam. A lot of people call me... Oh, the vibration took earwax out of my ear. Earwax just came out of my ear. That's so gross. Do you guys want to see it? You want to see my wax? It's like yellow. So nasty. Sorry, that's not right, babe? Sorry. I think it was the music, though. Doesn't smell too bad, though, I should eat some blueberries, but put on the blue. No, it's horrible. Anyway, shout out to everybody here on the live. 39,966. Bitcoin just got a little bit of a pop to the upside. Let's talk about it. No, never put a Q-tip in your ear. Never. I don't know who comes up with that idea. If you ever go to an ear doctor, they will tell you the smallest thing you should be putting in your ear is your elbow. Never put a Q-tip in your ear. Never. I'm being honest. The whole world does things that you're not supposed to do. What the average populace do not do. You should never... I'm being honest, 100%. Never put a Q-tip in your ear. It's the best way to cause an infection and mess your ear up. I never... No. I do not put Q-tips in my ear. I learned my lesson. Yep. Yeah. I talked to an ear doctor one day, and she was like, please. She looked at me, and she was like, the smallest thing that should go in your ear is your elbow. And I was like, but my elbow doesn't fit in my ear. And she looked at me, and she's like, that's what I'm saying. She's like, smarten up there, Jabobi. I hit my eardrum once with a Q-tip and was dizzy for 5 days. Don't shove it in there. I have an idea. No, you got to get that candle thing or something, or that little twisty thing that twists it out. You know what I mean? Feels good, though. And then you pull it out and you look at all the nasty... Yeah, I know what you're disgusting. Did you wash your belly button today? I want to know. Did you wash your belly button today? You probably didn't. Disgusting crypto freaks. I'm just messing with each and every one of you. Oh, this guy. Don't shove it in there. Shout out to Glenn Epps. We need 1,000 people on the live, 601 people on the live stream. Keep hitting the like button. 211 likes. Come on, guys. If I don't ask for the likes, you don't give them. 400 people are afraid of the like button. No, I didn't wash my lint-filled smudge hole today. I know you didn't. They got to vacuum your ears nowadays. I know. So anyway, Bitcoin at a clear resistance on the weekly. So we're building a lot of bearishness, right? We're building a bearish story. Stochastics are high, right? We're hitting a resistance, clear as day. We wicked to a resistance, okay? Bit of a high volume node right above us there. We need to get above that, and we can easily push all the way up to 47,550. We're looking for that move to the upside there. No, but So can we get the move up is the question, right? Right now, that's kind of bearish. What's good is we broke above this diagonal trend line. So if we get a pullback, it looks like we're just going to pull back maybe to 34.5, somewhere in here, and then make this beautiful symmetrical triangle. So this is what I'm looking at for you and for me. And this is what I got you prepared. Now, if you weren't with me, I'm the brainstorm extraordinaire. I can come up with things that the average people just, they got to go over the indicators and stuff. I am brainstorming, building, and showing you pictures of things that may be, because I'm so, I use creativity here, because I wasn't, I really wasn't always a technical analyst. I was an artist. So you're really just watching an artist with a math mind here, just playing around with some high energy. And that kind of comes out together and shows us what we're doing. So we could be seeing something like this before we get another move to the upside. Some type of, I'm just, and I like this trend line. Trend line tells me that we could hold it. I'll be bringing it up a lot every once in a while and making sure that we don't lose the trend. All right. Important that this trend line stays. Now, once we lose this trend, we're so likely we could make an M here. So there's your bullish scenario. You stay inside the pocket. Your bearish scenario, all right, is you make an M pattern here. You break right back down to this zone, You might get into some of this chop. There's a high volume node at 34.7 that might hold you. But for the most part, that could be a bearish scenario. And right now, we do have resistance for Bitcoin at 37,630. If we can't get back above that level, expect more downside. We'll call it 640. Actually, we'll bring it to the wick, right where we wick to. 37.9. We'll call it almost 38K, but 37.950. If you can't get back above that level, expect more downside, period. And I just bring it a little lower because these are where the candles close right there on the weekly time frame. So, and we could be range bound in this little zone for even 2 to 3 weeks. There's a chance to get out, but even more, maybe 4 weeks. We could start to slow down a little bit here for Bitcoin, all right? Shiba's the best. Everybody loaded up for the ETF. Disappointment coming. Honestly, we just made massive gains. I use that ETF noise to get massive gains and sell into the populace. See, you got to be the smarter one. You got to use the ups and downs of everybody else's emotions to pay you. You cannot be the one that's getting moved by the emotions. ETF, shmetf, I don't give a damn. Now you see me all excited. Oh, yeah. Because there's the rush. There's the movement, right? We don't know. Something could happen. I'm open-minded. You can't see. What I love about it is people say they're open-minded, but then they're actually closed-minded. They only believe one thing. And I'm like, you can't be open-minded. Like right now, Bitcoin could go below 10K. Bitcoin could make a new lower low. Agreed? Right? Isn't that, who here says, could Bitcoin make a low below this low here? Anybody? Could it? Could Bitcoin make a low below this low? I'm asking a question here. Could Bitcoin make a low above this low? I'm asking a question. Yes, of course it could. 100% it could. See? Guarantee. There's no, if you think Bitcoin could go to 100K, then you have to believe Bitcoin could break this low. You can't think both things and not let them both be if true. Otherwise, you are not truly open-minded. You see what I mean? Exactly. Once you're fluid to the idea of anything happening in price action, you can start to build a real bag and start to pay yourself. But until you give up your own convictions and your own biases, you will continuously get bruised and battered by the market. I don't care how much technical analysis you win and how much technical analysis you learn and how great you get at learning and how many lines you draw. If you don't find out who you are inside and you don't change you don't get open-minded about this price action, this market will most likely take your money or make you wait a really long time to get paid. Okay? Period. All right? So I've been through these markets for 15 years. I'm more than just a guy that plays with the charts. I am still here. I'm a self-made millionaire. My daddy didn't give me a dime. I worked my way up. I had a little bit of help here or there, but by the time I was out of college, I worked my way up. I grinded every single day. I started this live stream with an old desk and an old microphone. I now sit in like a $30,000 to $40,000 studio that I built, maybe even more. You won't believe what you can do if you put your mind to it. And God will just continue to give you things. You'll get everything you need. Like I remember when I bought this $1,800 stand-up desk I'm in front of right now. Beautiful. I got all the bells and whistles, all the things that I wanted. A little hammock below for my feet, whatever. When I finally built it and I had it, one night I went to go to bed. I couldn't stop staring at it. I literally, for an hour and a half, just kept like, and I was like, I got a stand-up desk and I got a YouTube channel, and like, honestly, some days I wake up and I think I'm my old person, right? And then I'm like, I'm a crypto lifer. Like, I got a show to build, and I'm like, oh my God, I got a life. a demanding life. And you know what? May God bless each and every one of you that goes after what you love. Because if you go after what you love and you achieve it, my God, it is going to be the greatest feeling of your life. And to do it on your own and to do it from the bottom, nothing better, baby. I'm telling you right now, there is nothing better to get yours and do it from the very bottom, to grind all the way, because no one can take away. Once you do it that way, if you do it in other ways, like, you know, maybe you start a business, this and that, and you get a quick one-up or something happens, or you know, there's one time in the market you can take advantage of a situation. But when you build things from the ground up, you know you're going to be, you're going all the way, because you can continue to build no matter what happens in the market. You'll be so strong, man. You know? So I love you all. I appreciate you all. And I want you to be amazing every single day of your life. That's why I show up every single day. That's why I don't take a day off. That's why I'm impeccably dressed. That's why I love it. Because you can too, man. You can too. You can be the superhero that you want to be in your life. You can be the hero. You can be the victim or the hero. You have two choices. You can be the maker or the taker. Who are you going to be, baby? Who are you going to be? Super Chats BLZ. With God's help, if you build it, they will come every single time. And if you live in love, it is the strongest frequency. Do you hear me? If you live in love, love is the strongest frequency in the world. If you use love, you cannot be denied. If you use love, you cannot be denied. Grimy people will try to take advantage of you. Some people will try to take your kindness for weakness. But God will always find a way to protect you, because God wants your love to go to the place that God needs it the most. God works through all of us. When you use love every single time, God works right through you. Okay? So just things that I got to talk about. All right? Anyway, let's get back into the charts. Let's get back into into what we're doing here. So, brass tacks, as I call it. Let's get back to brass tacks. And I don't know no one ever really said that to me in my life. I don't know where I came up with that. It's definitely a Marine saying, let's get back to brass tacks, But so I just want to show you this. This is the trend line that I'm watching. And I don't want to see Bitcoin break it. Here, if we came back down, it would be somewhere, basically it would be these two candle bodies that meet each other right there, about 34,005, all right? So once we get to 34.5, that's when we're going to have to kind of look around. The 5-day chart, very overbought. Every time the 5-day stochastics have been high, right there, dump, right there, dump, right there, dump, right there, little bitty dump, right there, dump, dump. They have never dumped when they've been above the dotted line and curved. It's almost a guaranteed. Look, there was a dump. There was a dump. 5-day chart, dump. That started the dump right there. The only time there wasn't really a dump, there was a little dump there, a little pullback, and there was a tiny pullback, and we just continued to move. Right there was a crazy anomaly. See when the price went up, but the stochastics went down? See that? You could even say even there, and then we took the hump down. But I'm just saying, that's when things are out of control. Anyway, 5-day chart, a chart that a lot of people don't look at, that I look at almost every single day, telling me that definitely have to be aware, to be wary. The 3-day chart, right? Now saying I don't have any bearish div yet. You don't always have to have bearish div, but I would like something like this maybe. Sorry. And then maybe Bitcoin makes one more high. And this is what I was talking about this morning on the show, right? That's definitely a possibility. And then we break somewhere down, okay? For a double bottom and move on out, or inverted head and shoulder and move on out, whatever happens. But this is what I'm seeing here as a possibility on the 3-day. Okay. We move into the daily. The daily doesn't look amazing. The 2 days flatline. You know what I mean? So you just got to heed these signs. All right. ETF, SHMETF. So now let's take a look here at the daily support or resistance that we've created inside of this ruckus. We definitely had a resistance right there. It's a point of control that I put the line on. Let's talk about that. Let's break it down. What is a point of control? A POC is a main area of heavy buying and selling, the heaviest buying and selling on a volume profile inside of a range that you visibly show on the chart. This is the visible range volume profile. It's called a visible range because it shows you whatever you show visible on the screen. If I bring more candles in, this is going to change. See? If I bring more candles out, this will change back to where it was, like that. The reason is it's measuring, look at all the ups and downs here. Now, if you're really good at support or resistance, you're going to know the same areas of, like before I never use this indicator and I would know, but the gap is nice. But also when you have a smooth move in price action, I know I have a smooth move down. So like, but it's really good for beginners to understand things that I'm teaching too. I highly advise you start using the VRVP if you could pay for the premium account on TradingView. All right. Moving forward, let's go back in here. We're not done yet on our top-down analysis. This is going to help us tonight. Trust me. You may think I'm not getting to the 1 minute right now and giving you a scalp, but trust me, this is how you assess the market. Even if I'm going to scalp small time frames, I want to get a good picture of where I'm at. If I'm going to go to war, I want to see as much of the landscape as I can. Let me say that again. If I'm going to go to war, I want to see as much as my landscape as I can. I consider this war. War is a passment of energy between two sides. Right now, there's market makers that if I don't trade right, and honestly, everyone thinks they're trying to get your money. No one's trying to get your money. You're able to take money out of the market or not. It's up to you. Now, but they are trying to manipulate the market to do what they need to do so they can fill their bags. But look, previous resistance right here became a beautiful support zone for Bitcoin. Even right there, you could say. We SR flipped right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember when I said 6 candles have closed above this line? And then boom, I kept saying that I have to remain bullish because just you know what I mean? And then we got that massive move to the upside. That one ETF candle, oh my God. About to take Wifey out with the kids for her B-Day. Just made me smile after waking up exhausted today before we have fun. I needed the positivity. J Rego Music, we love you, man. And the fact that you're taking your wife and kids out today means you're the man, dude. God bless you, brother. You have a wonderful night. You enjoy yourself. Put your phone in your pocket. Zipper that pocket. And spend the whole time with your family. I don't want to see you at one time doing this. I'll use the blueberries, but don't be doing this. Yeah. Oh, you did really good there, son. Yeah. Put the phone, leave it in the glove compartment if you have to. Make sure you're there for your kids 110% today. Enjoy it. Be present in the moment. 100% present in that moment. Because you only have so much time with your kids, man. All right? Waiting for the Black Friday deal for TradingView, the L Trading at the 99. We are coming out with a deal. It's going to come out if you join our newsletter. All right? Link in the description. And I'm going to post the link right now. But if you join our newsletter, okay, you're going to be able to get number one, you're going to have access to the Black Friday deal before everybody else, which is kind of cool. All right? Number two, we're going to give you a secondary discount that you can't get as well. So it would be a pretty smart idea. And you get a beautiful newsletter every single week. I'm telling you, the newsletter is out of control. Me and my team put it together, and I don't hire slackers. I only hire the hardest working people in the game because I'm one of the hardest working people. So if you work for me, you got to be one of the hardest working people, or you can't work for me. We're gonna find out that you don't have the work ethic, and it's just not gonna work in my team. I work too hard. Everyone in my team understands that. They see how hard I work. They see how hard I push, and they want to work just as hard. When you work this hard, you attract the hardest working people in the game. So just because of that, you have to know that my newsletter is impeccable. Not signing up to my newsletter is really probably a strange idea because think about it. It's going to give you insight that you wouldn't believe. So hit the newsletter, and then we're also going to give you something for it. Link right here. Join MEXC. Join CryptoLifer.com. I can't wait to see you on the website. CryptoLifer.com, baby. And the website's faster. The website's super fast right now. I'm super excited right now, babe. The website is speedy. I am very happy. I am very happy right now. These are the little things that matter to me. And my website was, when I clicked on it, it wasn't reacting fast enough. I told my team, why is everyone's website faster than mine? We had to get a new server, pay for some more demand, and there we go, baby. 48,000 subs we hit this morning, 5.2 million views, man. If you told me I was going to get 5.2 million views when I started with my iPhone, I would have told you were out of your mind. Anyway, so the daily previous resistance becomes support as I lock you into the price action and then shill you in the middle, right? You like that, right? I mean, that's a great way to sell, right? Lock somebody in and then just piecemeal it. I'm teaching you marketing tactics right now. I'm innately a good marketer. I don't even know what I'm doing. I do it without knowing I'm doing it. I can teach you how to do it. Anyway, see how the 21-day moving average is far away from price action? Price does not like to be that far away from it. I was flabbergasted when it was this far. I couldn't believe it was this far away. I kept being like, this is unsustainable. Here, even here. But we got close enough. But I'm telling you, man, price action has to come back to the 21-day moving average. It's just what has to happen. I've showed you this many times on many assets to kind of show you that forget your emotions. The trades will play out. Now, what's our most bullish scenario? Our bullish scenario is somehow we make a flag here. We come into the 21 and we end up breaking out of here. and we get above that resistance that I talked about, and then we kind of have free reign up to 42,000. This could definitely happen if this resets and you don't get a lot of bearish dumpage. We end up going somewhat sideways. The 21 comes into price action. We will get a move to the upside. I'll be able to figure this out. The smaller time frames will give it to me. We'll lose the support or resistance area, and things will make sense. All right. So that's our bullish scenario. Okay, already projected and ready to go. Our bearish scenario is that we keep coming down here, and we're going to draw a little bit of a mini fib here. And we come back down to the 786 and we test, right? And we test the 35,005 area, 35,500, and we make this slow falling wedge. Okay? Possibility for sure. What is the most likely scenario? The most likely scenario is the pullback, because we're away from the 21-day moving average. But because the 21's so close, either one are pretty likely right now. I'll be honest. Either one, because now if the 21 was here and price was there, more likely we're coming down. The distance between the 21 is going, like, look here. I kept saying we could dump, but as we kept going sideways and the 21 kept creeping, boom. We're also, the 200 SMA on the 1 hour does the same roll. So if you can look at the 1 hour MAs and the daily SMAs, you're going to be able to have a really good sense of where the market's going. This is why I'm so accurate, everybody, because the moving averages are deadly. They don't tell you exactly where price is going. You know, you can use candlesticks and stuff like that if you want to get into ICT. You can even figure out fair value gaps, and they'll blow your mind. Like today, the fair value gap that I drew here, and shout out to Master Friend. You know, I fought ICT. I was like, I don't need it. I want to, you know, I know everything. I don't need to, you know, I had a little bit of an ego. I'm the lifer. And honestly, without ICT, I'm going to rock this bull run just like I rocked the last one. You know what I mean? But I like to know what everyone else knows. And I like to say, hey, yeah, I know that too. So, and it's you know, and I'm not a master of it, you know, but I know my NWOGs, you know what I mean? I know my FVGs, all right? I'm in it, all right? My NDOGs, right? New day opening gaps. But take a look here. You got this candle here. You got this candle here. They don't reach. Gives you what's called a bullish order block. It's what's called an inefficiency. It's where the spread never met. And if the spread never met, that means a lot of people didn't buy in there. That means there's open orders still sitting there that want to eat because they didn't get the fill. Boom, the order comes in, candle stuck to it, we broke back out. I kept my stop loss below that because I saw that we had an order block there. You see? Order blocks are deadly. Now, if you can also get an order block and on a smaller time frame like the 15 to 200 SMA, but look, then we made this double bottom. We flipped to the upside today. Sold back down to a bigger double bottom now. On the way back to the upside, can the 15-minute get back above the 200 SMA? And I'm going to get into the smaller time frames. I can't wait. Don't worry. So the daily coming on in. And we give you so much. We give you top-down analysis from the weekly all the way down into the smaller time frames. You've never seen it quietly done like this because no one has it quite like this. All right? I can give you Fibonacci like the other guys. I can give you ICT. I can give you fair value gaps. I can give you inefficiencies. And I can also give you the sauce that just no one ever has, which is the lifer vision, baby. So now let's move on to the 22 time frame. And that's coming to the downside too. Look at that stochastics pushing down. That wants to reset. However, I like these wicks to the upside. So this is what I do. I call it the twisted sister. I may always make two patterns. And what I like about making the two patterns is it says that I'm open-minded. It says that I'm not telling myself where price is going. I'm waiting for price to tell me where it's likely to go. Right? One could definitely open up a short here right now with a stop loss above the wick and attempt to get down to, but you know, usually you just get to the 21-day moving average. It's not that far. If we are further from the 21, you may try to get to this bullish order block here. Sorry, 1 second. I made a mistake. You want to grab the short position when you're doing that, or it's not going to look correct. Yeah, but even I'd have to get all the way down here to hit my 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio. Price would have to dump on the 22-hour to the 50-day, the 50 simple moving average, which could happen. But we're going to get to this SMA too as well. All right. But you have to take into account that two of these things could happen. Now, if I wake up and we get like 3 more 22-hour candles and they go sideways, we're filling out the flag and there's more light. And then what happened is this will reset. Price will go sideways. If price goes sideways when the Stokes reset, the same thing happened here. I taught you this. Look, price went sideways when the stochastics reset. What happened? Boom. This is what's called a hidden energy form. This is like drawing energy in and keeping it locked in. It's you know, think about it. It's like winding a wind-up toy. Winding, and then pulling back the elastic. Now you've wound it up. You should have released tension down when tension went down. boom, boom. You feel the tension fall. But no, you raise the tension, you tighten the tension as the stochastics go, and then what's going to happen? I mean, now you have tightened tension and low stochastics. Boom! All right? I hope I jumped you out of your seat. Boom! But that's what I want you to understand. I want to make learning fun. I want to make it exciting. I want to be the best teacher that you ever had. You know? But I'm going to get you there. All right? One step at a time. I'm going to make you laugh. I'm going to make you dance. I'm going to make you prance. But you're going to get there. All right? If you show up every single day with me, you're going to get there. We're going to get you on another level. Now, we already know the measured move of either of these patterns. If it happens, one takes us to 40,055. One takes us to 39,500. All right? And these are things that could happen at any moment in time. But, you know, now people think Wednesday we could have the ETF. This is still building up that we could go sideways and have the ETF and blast to 40K. And then maybe even to some other crazy places. I'm going to show you another idea that could give us a higher target as well. But just let me sit tight for a second. So 22-hour does need to reset on the stochastic. We need these stochastics to reset, period. Price is not likely to pump while these are resetting. Anything could happen, but it's unlikely. It's more likely we go sideways or to the downside tomorrow into the weekly close, period. All right? It's more likely. And we'd have to break above this resistance to do anything, which is 37,950, in order to remain bullish. The 6-hour time frame doesn't look amazing, but it's resetting slowly with more sideways price action. The 21's pretty close, and the moving averages aren't too far apart. That tells me we're likely going to move. If I look at the 6-hour, it's telling me we're likely going sideways and then make a blast to the upside. So the 6-hour is showing me, because it's showing me light. It's showing me light price action. Like it already kind of, and I can see this, you know? Boom. 6-hour is starting to show me signs of a bigger move. It really is. Because the 21 is so close. If the 21 was further away, the 6-hour would dump to it. I'm going to show you some other charts that look different than this one. Try to kind of, you know, show you what I'm talking about. So because the 21's so close, the moving averages are also getting nice. And there's a high volume node right there that we're kind of hanging above. That's actually showing some signs of bullishness to get to that $40,600 level. So we'll be watching the 6-hour time frame. It's interesting. I'm going to check on my 8-hour too. I like the 8-hour. 8-hour also kind of doing more sideways action. Doesn't mean we can't dump, but the 21's pretty close. So is the 50. Usually they're really far apart, and it's telling me we're going to get a dump, but we slowly maintain the moving averages throughout this whole move. Okay? So look, remember when I told you price comes to the 21? This is a fact of life. It happens on every single time frame. Now, when I first learned it, it was an exhausting concept to learn. Because when I didn't understand, once I figured it out on like the 4-hour. But then I was like, it happens on the 1, 2. So then price would be away. So I noticed, look, price, I'm going to teach you this. This is amazing. Watch this. Price pumped up on the 1-hour time frame. It got way away from the 21-day moving average. At this point, you're very unlikely for price to keep going up. You're too far for the 21. I would project a flag at this point. Maybe even draw a mini Fibonacci and say, hey, we got to come back down to this golden pocket, 786, and touch the 21-day moving average. So you press play. You jettison way far, but you got that dump down to what? The 21-day moving average, right? Now, this one you went a little lower to the 50, but they were scaring people. They got a lot of liquidations. They wicked it back up. The point is you had to come back down to the 21 to remain bullish. This is just how it is. Now, look, price is going to pump again on the 1-hour. The next time it pumps, it's going to make space. See there? It came back to the 21. Even when it went that far away, it made, you know. So now you look at the 4-hour. The 4-hour pumped up here. It's got to touch the 21 before a bigger move happens. And you're going to be like, why? I can't tell you why, everybody. All I got to tell you know is this is what you have to know. This is what happens. All right? Is that the chart from earlier today? I can't tell which one it is. Someone write something so I can see which chart it is. Is it this one? One love, stay positive. Oh, yeah. BLZ, thank you. What price do you think Casper go down to? I don't think, man. I look at the charts. I don't ever think what the price is going to do. That's the worst thing you could be doing. Don't ever ask me what I'm thinking price is doing. I'm not the average YouTuber. I watch YouTubers here and there. Every time I watch them, they see think. I was even watching my man, like a famous guy, like, you know, Satoshi Stacker or something. And he's like, I think price action will go all the way to the upside on the front. I'm like, dude, like, why do you guys keep using the word think? Like, it's fun, man. Worst word. Such a bad way to mentor students, because thinking is garbage, man. I'm not saying, I shouldn't say that. We all think it's a beautiful thing. In charting, you're not using what you think. All right. Now you can use your brain and think through things, but once you think through it, it's what do the charts convey to you? Now, look, this is kind of a shoulder, head, shoulder. This is kind of a rocky pattern. It doesn't look amazing. Oversold in the stochastics. Could extend ourselves down further. No guarantees, though. RSI is also, a little high with bearish divergence. Still technically kind of playing out now with a lower high. So you've changed the trend. Look, the trend was up. You had a high, you had a low, you had a higher high, higher low, higher high. Now you have a low, lower high. You would expect, and then you have a lower low. You would expect the next to be a lower high. So, but the 4-hour did come and touch the 21-day moving average, which is somewhat bullish, and you're overbought. Could Bitcoin break out of this flag to the upside? It very well may. So this is another thing that you kind of have to look at and take into account. So we've gone over the 6-hour, the 8-hour. We've seen that those are the time frames that get us to the daily and the 22. They are the bridge to Trabethia, so to speak. Right? Great book. But the idea is this. I say these random things out of nowhere. The idea is this, though. They are starting to build a possible move sideways for Bitcoin. Okay? They are starting to build a possible move sideways for Bitcoin. Now we get to the 2-hour and the 8-hour. Now we get to where we were earlier today. And now you got some clarity, right? Things starting to make a little more sense. Things starting to look right. Now, Caspa looks just like this. Caspa seems to be following Bitcoin pretty much in a bit of a nutshell. So this is the deal. If we get a breakout out of here tonight and we start going sideways, we're making some type of ascending triangle and we're going more bullish. So the more the charts are going to tell us when the ETF's coming out. Don't you get it? If the charts just dump, the ETF is fake news and they're going to say next on January or something, right? But if this chart's going more sideways, it's telling us that the ETF is going to get announced. The charts tell you what's going to happen, everybody, not the other way around. Everyone thinks the news, whenever I see someone say, oh, it's controlled by the news, I'm looking at them like, man, and you know what? I love when people say that because I can take that person's money all day long. And I need millions of people to be trading wrong so I can trade liquidity. I need exit liquidity. I'm sorry. I need people to not be able to read the BOOKMAP. I need people to not understand liquidity. It's sad. And it took me 10 years to get here. So I know it's going to take a lot of people a lot of time to get the knowledge I have. So I have them I have them. I'm there. Never go into a field unless you're going to do as many hours as I am. That's why I don't play poker with a guy that's been playing poker for 30 years. You know what I mean? Don't play pool with a guy that's been playing pool for 30. He's going to wipe the floor with you. You know what I mean? He'll toy with you, but he's going to take you down. Speaking of great books, what are you writing one? It seems like you could write a great banger, a page turner. I have so many books I'm going to read. I'm going to bring out, man. He did the voice of EA Sports. It's in the game. Yeah. It's in the game. I took the knowledge in 2 years. Yeah. But see, you have knowledge, but you still got to learn yourself through trading. See, everyone thinks, I know how to trade now. I've been doing it for 2 years. Oh, man, you have so much to learn about yourself that trading's going to reveal in the next 8 years. Huh. Once you have 10 years in, your life will change forever, man. Your life will change forever. Zinc. You like to drink zinc? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in and appreciate each and every one of you. And, I want to talk about each and every one of you. I want to talk about Aaron T. How you doing, Aaron? I want to talk about Zaza Ben said. How you feeling, man? I want to talk about Little Time Mining. How's all my lifers doing, man? How's your mom? How's your dad? How's your kids? How's your family? How's everybody doing? I hope everyone's doing well, man. I appreciate each and every one of you that comes here. Yep. Why you keep writing zinc and aluminum randomly, though? Like, you got to explain that. You know what I mean? Okay. So there's a possible falling wedge to the upside that's starting to form for Bitcoin. Period. Falling wedges break to the upside. I'd look for a nice bullish divvy on the smaller time frame. We don't have anything yet. And, but, there's a chance that we do get a bounce here. The chance that we do get an ETF somewhere on Wednesday. This could start going sideways. And we have previous resistance becoming support here. We have previous resistance becoming support right here. And it actually just wicked today. They could have broken that support. They did not. So we SR flipped so far on the 4-hour time frame. This level right here at 36,764. Whatever you want to know. We lose that, we'll come down here, and we could possibly make a giant double bottom. Let's take a look here. Possibly a giant double bottom. All right. Much love from Salem, Oregon. The biggest lesson in crypto is to take profits. Wonderful. What a great life. A copper penny is worth more than a penny. Yeah, in Palau, they use American dollars. And they use pennies. Now, they need pennies because they're a little island. So they need people to ship them pennies. But to ship them pennies, it costs more. Shout out to Stack for jumping on into the membership. God bless you, man. Had to learn the hard way. Aerospace planes, war, shortage. Yeah. You were so funny. Amen. There's always a hater out there, man, being a weirdo. You know what I mean? But I try not to listen to the whack-taculous low frequency energy out there. There's so much whackness out there. Greed and fear index, baby. Yep. It's right here, sitting at 73. It's getting pretty high. It's getting pretty high. So we're going to watch this sideways price action for Bitcoin. Do we dump back down? The fact that the moving average is getting really close and tight, and the 6 hour is showing signs of life for a sideways price action. But you know what? We could make a massive dump to the downside. Am I going to make a call on that? I mean, you want to look for some inefficiencies. Right there, you do have a bearish order block or a bullish, a block that could get us a bounce. But yeah, we broke into the block already, though, right there. We have a big block here that was never closed. This is something you have to heed. This is a big boy, too. Funny, we thought we would close it earlier. We did it. They could just be waiting. But there's a huge block right there between. That's a giant inefficiency. It is in the middle of an order block, right? Which, if you lost it, it says you're likely to get to 28,950. I'm not saying that's going to happen. Bitcoin's been relentlessly amazing, And look, I mean, at the end of the day, you have to take this into account. You have support. You have 2 levels of support right here and right here. You'd have to break these 2 levels, and then you'd test the point of control, too, as well. 4 hour is away from the 200 SMA. We could, if we break the 21, see, it's all about moving averages. Once we break the 21-day moving average and you see a candle close below it, you're coming to the 50. If that keeps going, you will head down to the 200 SMA. For Bitcoin to be bullish, you need these moving averages to get close, tight, and for the 200 to get somewhat like this. And I know this because I watch moving averages. And we need this to happen. The 21 would have to hang out. The 50 would have to come up. This would have to come up. And what you do, you'll see this in the 80 here too, and you'll see them all come like this. The 200 will get somewhat. The 200 doesn't have to get too close. It just has to kind of show that it's hanging out. And if we get tight moving averages and price gets in there, boom, we're going to break out to 40,593. That's very likely going to happen. That's something that you have to heed, all right? Bitcoin right now just playing games, 36, 37,000, 39.30. Really pointless to trade at the present moment in time. No real heavy indications of a move. Nothing amazing. One thing I will also put out is this could be a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder to the downside. Something else that, you got to heed. Book of the week, Everything You Know Is Wrong by Russell Kick. The introduction alone is worth the read. Oh my God, that sounds amazing. Shout out to David Brumbelow. I heard you won the Trading Wars, man, right? That's so awesome, dude. Which coins? They don't mix the metals. Zinc, slug core covered by copper. Amen. But shout out to David, man. I heard you won, man, on Trading Wars, right? I heard your name, and I was like, I know that guy from my live stream. And it's amazing, right? A lifer won the competition, right? I'm just saying. Someone that comes to the channel every day was the best trader in the game, of course. Makes 100% sense. Shout out to the 777s from Goddess Love, 528 frequency. Bang, bang, bang. What happens when you pump fast and hard? Besides, oh man, it depends on the year of the $2 bill though. Yeah, it really does. Mom died, dad's okay, wife died, but 2 daughters are amazing. I'm a proud single dad. Save with crypto. That sounds tough to lose your mom and your wife. I don't know what I would do. I'd be in a tough place. Finally made it to 1 Bitcoin yesterday when it was at 37,450. Dude, that's going to be something that you're going to be proud of 10 years from now. Unbelievable. I remember my first Bitcoin like it was yesterday. Son, let me tell you about my first Bitcoin. DYDX, DeFi, Nair barely affected the drop strength. There you go. I lost so much confidence because of Luna and the FTX crash, but I'm still keeping strong. Hey, man, they did that to you. Always have a hardware wallet for the rest of your life. Make sure that you have a hardware wallet. Put your stuff. I have a Trezor link. Get yourself a Trezor hardware wallet today. I'm telling you right now. All right. Pre-82 pennies are worth 2 cents. I know. Sam's the biggest order on BOOKMAP. Sam, the biggest order on BOOKMAP at 42,000. Where do you see that? How do you? I don't see that. Yeah, you're right. It's 958 Bitcoins right there. That's a massive sell at 42K. And yeah, you're right. It is the biggest order right there. Is it the biggest order though? Hold on. Yeah, you're right. It is the biggest order. 958 Bitcoins right there. Nothing that big on the order blocks except for there. That's interesting. So 42K's got the biggest order right here. Look, it's all by itself. But they could be spoof mapping us too. You know? They got some orders down here, 256, 80. But yeah, nothing at 9. That's 1,000 Bitcoin order right there. This is BOOKMAP. Link in the description below to BOOKMAP. Heat map order book. Just like an infrared goggle where the most heat is the darkest red. It tells us where the most orders are. Bitcoin struggling to the downside today. Just kind of doing its thing, kind of sideways. It's been sitting there for 3 weeks now. Hey, you never know. I don't really pay attention to it that close because there's liquidity around us, you know? So remember, the bearishness is possible by Adam and Eve to the downside. We'd break down to the 200 SMA. This is where you would look at for a possible recovery move back to the upside. We'd make some type of big falling wedge, come back down and do this, and then probably break on out, okay? So this could possibly make a giant falling wedge too. And we come right back down to the falling wedge, touch the 200 SMA. It would all make beautiful sense. And we are, look, rounded tops don't pay the bills. It's a rounded top, man. I do not like when Bitcoin gets rounded. Never a good look. Never a good look, man. That thing is going to the downside. All right. Anyway, so, and also look, you're below a high volume node right there. See this? You got a big gap down here. So it is showing it's building for the idea for a nice short, personally. What I like about it is I don't see a massive pump coming. I see more sideways price action like this. So, you know, if right here we snatch a short with a stop loss here to take the move down, not the worst idea. So an insurance, I used to call these insurance shorts. So smart, I think it's a smart idea to open a short right now with a stop loss above this line. Because to me, Bitcoin will likely do this. You probably won't get stopped out. Once you realize that this isn't happening, you'll be more sideways. You can close the short probably with a minimal loss, not even get stopped out here, and then flip to a long to the upside. So for me, I don't know where price is going, but I like to see an insurance short here. Looks somewhat likely. Again, you do whatever makes you happy. I'm not a financial advisor. Just kind of talking things in my mind that make sense to me. Whenever I'm below a point of control, a short is more level, right? Whenever I'm below moving averages, like the 200 and the 50, a short is more probable. So there's a lot of some ideas here that do caution me that Bitcoin's going to take a little bit of a dump easy to the downside here. All right. It won't be the worst thing in the world, you know. Let's take a look at our 15 now and see what's happening on the 15. Yeah, 15 is just kind of lackluster. Kind of shoulder, head, and shoulder, just going up and down. What do I see happening when I show up tomorrow? I believe it's going to take like 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. This could take 8 hours. And I show up somewhere in the morning right here. Maybe by 6, 7 in the morning, they're doing a dip to bring it back inside. They're going to play with your emotions because they know they have people on the line. So they're going to play with your emotions. All right. How can we get more cash at 0.75? Hope we can get more. Yeah. Sammy, do you sell spot Bitcoin as we go up or hodl? I would never sell Bitcoin ever. I sell Bitcoin futures and stuff like that, and I sell altcoins, but I never, once I buy Bitcoin, it goes to a hardware wallet because I believe Bitcoin is going to become a collateralized unit of sale, meaning if you have 20 or 30 Bitcoin inside of a hardware wallet and it gets to $500,000, you're sitting on $10 million. You're going to be able to go to these new Bitcoin banks that are going to be coming up soon, and crypto banks, and you're going to be able to grab 5 Bitcoins, right, which will be hopefully 5 mil, or even 2 mil, 2.5 mil, whatever it will be. And you're going to be able to say, hey, here's a smart contract. Let's lock these up. You're going to press a button. You're going to bring your wallet to the bank. You're going to attach it. You're going to, side the code. And you're going to send them to a smart contract where you both have access to, and you're both going to create 2 passwords. The bank won't be able to take it out. You won't be able to take it out unless you come together. Okay? And then there's going to be some way of doing it. I don't know exactly how it's going to form. And then the bank's going to give you a loan, and probably stable coin or US or actual US dollars. You're going to be able to go buy real estate, start a business. Once the business sprouts and the real estate starts to run, start collecting rents, take the rents, send the money back that you owed, get the Bitcoin out, do it again and again, over and over again. And you're going to be able to use your Bitcoin as collateral. Bitcoin is real estate. Bitcoin is digital real estate because there's only 21 million Bitcoins. So, and think about it, there's way more than 21 million plots of land, and it's already scarce. So if the land is already scarce, then how will Bitcoin not get scarce? Like, use your minds, everybody. Don't listen to the nonsense that they're telling you. Bitcoin is the answer. Stacking as much as possible. You're not going to be out. Some of these stable coins, they are not going to take as collateral. They're just not. So you can have all the AVAX you want. They're going to look at you and laugh. You can have all the, Luna C you want. They're going to be like, they want Bitcoin. They're going to believe in the power of Bitcoin. So I never sell my Bitcoin. That's a long-winded answer, but I never sell my Bitcoin. And I'm always thinking ahead into the future. I can see things that haven't happened yet, and I live into the future. Now, I don't, I stay in the present, but I project myself far, far into the future. All right. So am I going to make a trade tonight? Do I see something happening amazing? Honestly, I really don't. I see sideways price in chop for Bitcoin. And it's likely we're just going to fall through this channel. And tomorrow morning, we're somewhere here in a green box. I'm going to make the box right now. But it looks like tomorrow morning, we're somewhere in here. I'll make it small, but I believe we're somewhere here by the morning, if we're lucky. And I can hit shift, hold this down. Yeah, 15 hours from now, and it's 9 o'clock. Yeah, that will be about 10 a.m. Now it's actually about 12 o'clock. So I can move this in a little bit. That's even better. So yeah, it tells me like when we wake up tomorrow morning, we're somewhere here in this green box. That's my prediction for Bitcoin, and I'm sticking to it. All right. And that bull pennant that we're in today kind of fell off into more of a symmetrical triangle in a way, in my humble opinion. Something like this. But time will tell. Let's see how we consolidate here for BTC. All right. So I gave you my sauce. I believe we go sideways tonight. And a great play is to not long until Bitcoin breaks above this POC. Right now we're in indecision. Don't wait. If we break out here, we retest. Beautiful long to the upside. If we break down and we lose a moving average or a point of control, beautiful short to the downside. 7 minutes got the curving 200 SMA, and it's below the 200 SMA. It's a bullish sign. I mean, a bear sign. Still got this Adam and Eve, too, that could break down. So, and you're below a point of control. Like I said, the smart idea is to open a short, an insurance short, because it looks like you likely won't get stopped out, but you never know. I could be wrong. Bitcoin could pump tonight all the way up here, stop everybody out. So don't do anything that I suggest or think about. I'm just giving you all the different synopsises in my mind that I'm seeing. What am I doing? I'm still in a long. I'll show you my long. I'm still in a long up 89%, 87%. And that long is just, and I want to sell it at 44,007. It's basically, this is the ETF insurance long. In case we do get the news, this is going to make me like $3,000. If we don't, I might have to bail out a break even. You know what I mean? I got in at 35.5. So I got, I could just sit and kind of wait. And so there's really no stress to the trade. And this is a Bitcoin perpetual trade. Now the trade I opened today, I may just close. It's pretty lackluster. It's down $7. It's sad. I don't like losses at all. Even a $7 loss. See, I'm all about the win rate. I'm all about the percentages. There's a chance, though, that it still wins. We'll see. But it's likely we just go sideways throughout the night. I may close this out. But that's it. That's what I'm doing right now. Okay? Nothing crazy. Okay? And I sold a bunch of coins. I got $52,000 now in Tether. And I'm sitting on a fat stack right here. And I'm going to be able to build and look at what I want to get into. And if we get this pullback, I'm going to have so much capital to get into more things. Solana came back. Ray came back, So that's awesome. ZRX just continued to bang. What a big mover. I'm going to talk about ZRX. It's funny. I'm kind of pissed at myself. Let's see here. I was looking at ZRX, and I'm like, I should just put a boatload into ZRX and hold it for a week. I said, it hasn't popped yet, and no one's talking about it. I said, this thing's probably going to move. And let me show, I did my work on ZRX. I don't know if I shared it. I don't always share every single thing. I usually share 99.9%. Every once in a while, I'm tired at night, and I'll look at something, and it somehow doesn't make it out. Everyone, if you were in my trading group, let's talk about the gains that happened today, though. That happened today, all right? Which is pretty crazy. I put out Lido Dow on October 11th. It's in this kind of like double bottom with the falling wedge. Looked like it was going to hold this trend line. I put the entry there with the stop loss there. Lido banged. It did take exactly a month for 53.3% gains. But hey, man, to make half of a portfolio move in a month, to me, is absolutely amazing. Osmo, inside a beautiful ascending triangle, filled the triangle, broke to the upside, just as suggested. Bang, 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 up 13%. Shout out to Stack McChange in the house. All right. November 1st to November 10th, SPA, outside of this falling wedge, continued to the upside. I got a setup on SPARX that could do some damage to the upside as well. All right. And Sean, I think I sent, hold on. And then the Sol, let's talk about Solana. I put out this Sol chart to the trading group right there, suggesting that Sol would hit 57. Stop loss would be somewhere at about 39, and the entry was at 43. And then if you look what happened to Solana, it banged to the upside, never hit the stop loss, even with the wacky move for Bitcoin. Didn't even come close, just came back to entry and definitely went to the target and some. I made this call way before it even happened. Shout out to anyone that got into Sol. Bang, bang, bang. All right. Bitcoin is at the point to drop. Way over 1 T now. Move should be impulsive. I feel this pump up from 15 as it retraces. See what this guy just said? He said, I feel. Worst words you can use in the language. I love you, Sin Games. You're obviously a lifer. But get the word feel out of your dictionary when talking about price action. What do the charts convey? What is the support or resistance? What I think, what I feel, what I believe, all of those things are absolute garbage terms to be using in technical analysis. You know what I mean? You can feel good all you want. You can do whatever you want. Phantom and a Sammy cup and handy. I'm not selling my altcoin gains now. I'm going to wait till Tuesday. Yikes. Where do you think ETH is heading? I don't know where ETH is heading. I don't think, man. Me and Lifer gave you solid entries for ZRX. I think I did, right? Yeah, let's take a look. ZRX too. I mean, if there's a coin that's hot, me and my team, we're impeccable with the timing. I mean, Stack but Change had it too. You were all over it, Stack. I don't think I gave it to the group, man. Or maybe I posted it to the 99 late at night or something. Every once in a while I do that. Oh, here I am. Oh, no, wait. Nah, yeah. I was alone posting this the other night because I really wanted to get it on ZRX. It was on my mind. I'm going to talk about it right now. AVAX got a massive pump to the upside. I got into AVAX early bird style. Watch this thing just absolutely go parabolic today. The biggest gainer, one of the biggest gainers of the day. AVAX just doing damage to the upside. We'll take a look at AVAX in a second and see what I see happening for AVAX. But after that massive bottom, pump back up. Signs of love for AVAX. Let's take a look at ZRX. And ZRX was like in a beautiful, simple setup. It's amazing how these things work, you know? Oh, wow, it kept going like that? Oh, my God. I didn't even see that it kept going. Oh, my God. Happens, right? It happens. But hold on, I gotta look at my spot history for a second. I want to show everyone my entire history of my life. Spot orders. I'm just pretty sure I was in ZRX and then I sold it off. And I'm just like, No, I didn't buy it yet. So I was thinking of doing it, but I never got in. Dang. So I'm watching it, and I was like, I should just put 10 grand in this thing and let it sit. ZRX was the one I was really looking at closely because, look, it made this. Then I had this pennant drawn. I didn't get into it yet. It had low stochastics, lack of bearish momentum in the MACD. 80% gains. Wow. Basically from Friday night into now, like overnight, this thing mooned. And I promise you, I had this set up. I was looking at it. I'm just tight at myself for not doing it. But you know what? They come and go, baby. You can't beat yourself up about it all. Remember when I got into this silly little coin called GROK on the live stream? Didn't I get in at 28? Wow. At 0.27. I got in right there. Remember that day? Imagine if I had stayed in that trade. Oh, my God. That $500 would now be over $1,000. And the thing looks like it's going to continue. Like, this is out of control. Look at the inverted head and shoulder. Shoulder, head, and shoulder. That's crazy. That thing could moon even more. Another 70% gain for this thing. I'd be careful. It's a meme. It's not real, but I mean, people want to get in. That thing could continue to pump. It really could. Wow. Wow. Look for like a little pullback, some type of, flag, and wow. I can't believe it. Remember, I got in there on the live stream at 2.8, 2.6. It came up, then it got sold down, remember? Maybe it was that one. I don't know. Maybe it was this up and down. Maybe it was like this when I got in. I think it was that one. I don't know. I don't remember. That's crazy. Is there a probability that Yearn Finance will surpass Bitcoin again? But we did go over this coin when it was there, everyone. You saw me buy it. Bang, bang, bang. Do I still have any of it? I don't think I do. You hope you did, but you don't, Wow, but what a day it is to be alive, baby. What a day it is to be alive. Joy Stream banging. Let's talk about Joy Stream in a second, and GFAL as well. EGLD, Illuvium, and just building bags of coins that matter, baby. Building bags of coins that matter. Veracity. Let's talk about DC, Doge Chain. Nice pump today for Doge Chain. Right? Still holding gains on Doge Chain right now. I'm going to show you that in a second. I got into Doge Chain last night. Still holding gains. Lifer, can you check out Dusk, please? Doesn't TFL have a token unlock soon? It had one the other day, and it didn't matter. You know what I mean? You want to go to Coin Calendar. All right? Right? CoinMarketCal. That's what it was. Yeah. And you want to put in, you can see all sorts of cool news. Look, XDC on Test Network. BitGet listing for Nakamoto Games. That's got to pump it up. So Naka gets on BitGet on the 13th. That's on Monday. All right? That's going to be a big deal. I believe that could pump Naka. We'll take a look at Naka. Listings are great. Bybit used VIP privileges to withdraw 953 before collapse. Funny. FTX lawsuit. These guys are funny, man. Try to blame everything else on everybody else, man. Come on, man. If you weren't such a fool, you wouldn't have been in that mess in the first place. The coin that we're talking about is GFAL. Let's see if it comes up here. Boom. Yep, click on it, and then you search it. It's weird. You fill the search button. It's strange. No crazy news for GFAL. Not giving us anything. No unlocks, no nothing. Upcoming events. And we'll use this a lot for whenever we get a mainnet coming out, something happening. Good information coming out of the stuff. Block having rewards on May 1st, 2024. Block reward having. So it looks like May 1st is going to be the halving for Bitcoin. All right. Interesting. Beldex has some upcoming events, right? And but the big thing I'm seeing there is Nakamoto Games getting added. It's a big deal. All right. Flare drop. Some more Flare coming. Simply sure your wallet holds wrap Flare to claim Flare drop tokens. I own Flare. I got my Flare to my Coinbase, though. Are we going to get Flare drop as well? And Nakamoto Games getting... And you can look at some other stuff on page 2 if there's anything worth kind of looking at. Real-world assets for Centrifuge. It's interesting. Might get people more aware of it. Nako and Tone ecosystem info. Ton and one other. Introduce the different functionalities, the games, and all the related how-to documentation. I mean, the fact that they're together is cool. I like TON. Definitely something I definitely want to grab in this next run. And we'll talk about Ton today, too, for you guys, So, CAS is coming back to the 21-day moving average. It's so overbeat. Again, no bearish div yet on the daily, which makes me a little... But I've also seen, I've taken this as... That's a swing up. I've almost taken that as bearish div before because it's like they're going to hit each other, man. And that's just nowhere near as crazy as that run was, Does it mean we're definitely going to dump? Not for sure, but the daily does look like it has to come back. And usually when the daily does this, you come all the way back down to the 21-day moving average. I sold at 858. We'll see what happens. We're kind of right at my sell. And it almost got me to jump back in today, but I just decided that, you know what? I can't be doing that. I got to take a breather. We are making a little bit of a flag here on the 8-hour time frame. And we're not that far from the 21. The chance that I don't get the big pullback that I want, you know what I mean? And we continue to roll here. The 4-hour, though, look, it's got a kind of a shoulder, head, and a shoulder there, right? Shoulder, head, right shoulder. And again, I want you to heed, even though stochastics are low, I want you to heed and always look at your support or resistance, your patterns, and your moving averages. To me, the moving average is the most deadly of them all right? This is a giant order book here on the daily, too. Look at this order block where these candles did not meet. That could bring CAS right to 5-3. All right? Not saying it's guaranteed to go that low. I just, you got to be open-minded. Now, I would love it to go that low. I'm a guy that got out of Casper, so I want to see it, take a nice little dump to the downside. Like, stop buying. I'm telling people, like, what are you buying? Stop buying that thing, I'm screaming at the charts, like, what? Today, I was like, what are you doing? It's overbought, But, I mean, we want to see this lose these moving averages and dump down to the 200 SMA. Then we want to see it lose the 200 SMA and dump down to the pocket. At that point, I could buy so much more Casper than I had before, and you would see me be and if Bitcoin dumped, I would be probably a pretty happy guy. I'd never be so happy about a market pullback in my life, you know what I mean? Because I'm spot on accumulating what I believe is one of the best coins for this bull run. And again, had I not sold, I'm not trying to give the market my money back. I was up pretty nicely. This could also be a shoulder, kind of a head and a right shoulder to the downside. So I'm watching the 1 hour, and you know what? I could eat my words. In the next 2 hours, we could do this, and boom, and Casper could be back up here to 12, and I'll be like, what do I do now? What do I do now? You know, I'm thinking of buying $5,000 maybe tonight. That way, if it dumps all the way down, I don't even lose. I lose about a little less than half, 2,500. I don't really care. And then that's where I can unload on the bigger move. I'm struggling with whether I want to sell mine. The fact that you got out has made me think my whole long-term hold, been mining and buying it all year. It's rolling over after a huge pump. Exactly. You know what? I was in heavy, man. I'm not going to make 20K, 15 grand, and then watch my money go all the way back to zero. You know what? If this goes back down, I can buy the same amount of Casper for less money. See, this is the thing. Say you wanted to go on a beautiful vacation. Let's just say, all right? And you put your money into Casper. You're up 15,000. You sell it, but you love Casper long term. And you had 360,000 coins. It comes down, you're going to be able to buy 400,000 coins, more than you had before, and you'll have $8,000 left to take your wife on vacation. Now, if you hodl, you'll just watch your bet go up and down. Now, there is a taxable event. That's something you have to ask yourself. But if you believe to hold the next one for the next year, you shouldn't worry. You know what I mean? You shouldn't worry. And there I am. Look, ZRX looking to continue to bottom trend line. Buy. Looking to continue bottom trend line. Buy. Maybe prosperous. I gave you the exact place to buy right there before this thing ripped. I don't know why I didn't take my own advice. I was about to put 10 stacks in this thing. And when did I put this out? At 9:24 a.m.? When was it? On 11/8? Wow. So I had you at ZRX before it even happened too, man. We are sick. We are a sick group of traders in this trading group. I'm telling you right now, it's insane. All right. So much greed, Bitcoin will stay strong. I'm not selling one Caspa, said Josiah Jelowick. So let it pump. Just buy more. Why sell it? People considering buying or selling, considering your time frames. If you're talking about weeks, buy and sell based on the analysis. Talking months or years, hold. Amen. Selling Caspa is illegal. Better insane than pain. My whole thing is this. I'd rather pay myself. Thanks for the explanation. Much love and appreciation. You are the GOAT. No. You're the GOAT for being here, man. I appreciate it, though. Calling me the greatest all time is a very beautiful compliment. It's very nice of you. Crypto Lifer, I want to sign up today. Can you give me a Black Friday deal today? No, I cannot. I'm sorry. I love you, though. You ain't, but we can do is you can pay. My wife did is she took $40 for someone that wanted to be in for 2 weeks, but we don't want to do that all the time, man. You know what I mean? Mono a mono, you are the GOAT, Sam. No, you're the GOAT, man. God bless you, man. Thank you. I miss my Caspa already, right? The second you sell, it hurts. The second you sell, it hurts. You know, no one ever went broke taking profits, everybody. All right? Soundbound ID might be a deeper dive. Let's take a look at that puppy. And what I like to do is after a massive pump, I go to CoinMarketCap. All right? Discount code GOAT. I know, right? And let's take a look at Soundbound ID. Couldn't find it. Solby. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. Moving on. Let's take a look at BLZ now in the chats. So yeah, the bigger time frame suggests a dump is coming. You have a low, you have a high, you have a low, you have a lower high. You would expect a lower low. And look, the uptrend, the downtrend. Like, you've broken a trend line. Like, let's talk about the trend line you were on. You could say. Hold on, let me be really respectful of the trend line and see what's going on here. All right, Caspa's lucky. I mean, it still technically didn't break the trend line yet, which is kind of nuts. Remember, it's the old trend line we used to look at for Caspa, and it just blew that one out the water. Oh, but let's take a look here. I'm going to delete my work for a second. Or actually, you know what I'll do? I'm going to teach you. You hit this. This is your groups. Highlight everything in the group. Right-click it. Create a group of drawings. Take it away. You can even just label it, rename it. Caspa Idea 1, right? And then boom, Cas Idea 1. You can always close the folder, bang, and you can take it in and out. So look, I mean, this was technically the trend line, right? And Casper every time came back to the trend line. It really did. It really basically did. Every pump. Now, actually, I mean, you could go lower here. But I mean, the trend line technically changed at one point. The trajectory changed. So, I mean, do you come all the way back down, though? You know, I mean, the daily suggests that you may. Look how far you are from the 21-day moving average. I mean, that's not sustainable. It's never been sustainable. I see a 618 golden pocket retracement. Price is going to come back down to that 21. Very, very, it's like 90. I've called this on almost every coin I've ever played. I don't know why, because I love this coin so much. I'm like, but it's likely going to happen to this coin like it happens to every single coin. Wow, ZRX really burns. I had it and I knew it, and I was about to put literally like I was gonna not see. I had to put the money down on the Escalade, but I could have waited a week. You know, they were waiting on it, whatever. But I could, and I said I should just take all the money right now, put it in ZRX, double up, then buy the Escalade. And honestly, it would have played out exactly as I talked about in my head. Had a drink about listening to Capital Elizabeth building a Bugatti Lego technique. Life is good. Funny. Shout out to Peter Griswold. Vet been looking incredibly weak. CTX pump up 140 last 24 hours, and it's on Coinbase. Interesting. Head and shoulder 5-minute on Bitcoin. Yeah, really leave Bitcoin alone, man. Really nothing to say. Yep, there's a shoulder, a head, and kind of a right shoulder. Pretty messy. Actually, I'll tell you what. I'm going to one-up you. Shoulder, head, tiny right shoulder there, negated. All right? Yep. Then pumped up. Now you're in like a cup and handle. See? Just saying. And you're oversold. It looks like, you know, our money idea, you know. But yeah, you could see it as a shoulder, head, and shoulder. I'm open-minded, but it was a little right shoulder there too. But you can see a complex then. Shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder to the downside. Does look like some dumpage is coming for Bitcoin. You know what I mean? I'm just going to close this trade. I don't, you know, it's down $12. I mean, it's almost pointless, but it's like you're just going to go sideways all night long. You know what I mean? I'll leave it there. It's just likely going to go sideways. I'm not really stressing it. Okay. Wow, this thing is still continuing. This thing just broke out. And look, it could continue to go up now. It's up a little bit already since we looked at it. GROK. My bag of alts in profits, I want to sell. You do whatever makes you happy, my man. Whatever makes you happy. TVK has been good to me. I like that coin. Sam, how do you convert crypto to cash? You can send US Tether to Coinbase. And then you can sell it to USDC. And then you can turn the USDC into USD. All right? And then, boom. You wire it. It takes about 3 days to wire. And it will come to your bank account. All right? Wow. A lot of Jewish people arming themselves for the first time in Southern California. Gun sales surging. Gun sales are surging. So just something to think about. You know what I mean? Ethan Soul got a spot ETF soon. Possible. Possible. All right. And look at every coin got a run up. I mean, every coin got a run up. And they got, the thing is, though, they got above their 200 SMAs. It's a big sign. If you got above a 200 SMA on the 3-day chart, like, look, this thing's about to fill that gap and go right to the 3-day. The 200 SMA on that. And look, it's back above this. Usually, once you get above it, a big move comes. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing explodes. And see, it's a choppy Adam and Eve. But that thing could blast to the upside, you know? I wouldn't be surprised if this thing gets a massive move up. And look, it get all the way to 182. Like, this thing has so much to run with nothing in front of it. All right. SHIB kind of been quiet. Here in Arizona, we're all, yep, yeah. You mean lead's going to go up? You're funny, man. How do you convert crypto to cash? We just explained that. TV's been good to me. Let's take a look at BLZ, the super chat that was given here too as well at 9:37. Wow, the show just flew by, right? How do we go from 8:10 from the beginning of the intro, after the intro, all the way to 9:30? How does that happen? I always wonder how that happens. I had a good time. I hope you did too. So look at the 2-day for this chart. Every time I've told you about the 2-day for BLZ, remember the last time I called this? BLZ was high. I said it was going to come back down. If you remember, we were on the 3-day chart, had a huge pump, and I told you BLZ was going to go down to the 200 SMA, right? See if I can search it. Yeah, look, right here. Here's my post on 9/28, all right? This happened right here. Look, September 23rd, yep. And here's my post on 9/28. Still waiting on BLZ to get to the 21 on the 3-day. I will wait 2 weeks if I have to, all right? I posted, I told you it was going to the 21-day moving average. I told you this was going to continue to go down on 9/28. Let's re-look at this. Bring us right back to where that was, all right? See, we're getting that bounce to the upside. I just, you know, we're floating around tonight. Nothing's happened. We're not getting that action. But if you go back in time here, and what I'm teaching you is gold right now. Like, I'm giving you guys, like, what no one else can show you. No one else really knows. Everyone else just knows indicators, man. I can teach you how to really, really get this going. So, look, price action pump. It has to come back to the 21 to remain bullish. This is just why I'm shorting Casper. That's why I sold my Casper, and I did open a short last night, but, excuse me. You know, but this is coming back down to the 21-day moving average. That's what's going to happen. That's exactly what I told you guys right here. All right? How did I know this? Because I'm so studied with how price action and the 21 interact. It is just like I have like a science in it. I have like a doctorate in moving averages. I'm telling you, it's insane. I don't need anyone to tell me. And then once we got here, look, you pull your Fibonacci from this wick to there, and you had an 886 retracement. You could go all the way down to the actual movement here, and it's a golden pocket. 618 golden pocket retracement, 0.65 to the 0.618, bang. And then we're off to the races. Also, you know, low stochastics pointing to the upside. High stochastics, I get out. 3-day chart is a deadly chart. It is an amazing chart. Now let's look where we are on the 3-day again. We had a massive run up all the way from like 8 cents, and we went all the way to some crazy high. We did like a 4x to 33, and now we're away from the 21 again. And price action is just going to have to do its thing, and then you pull your Fibonacci. I do the same thing, everybody, over and over and over again, and eventually you'll have no emotions doing this because you'll just see that it does it every time. Once out of 100 times, you'll be wrong. You'll be right 90% of the time. Price action is going to come to this 21. Mark my words. I'll leave this here. We'll talk about it when it happens. Stochastics are going to dump on you. This bearish divergence, swinging up to swinging up, well, this swings down. It's all there for you. Bitcoin did this earlier. Look, I'm going to show you something amazing. See this stochastic? This is doing a Bitcoin from earlier. Bitcoin's teaching you. Go to like the daily, right here, right there. See how similar these look? Sorry. But I just got a pattern recognition of awareness. Like whenever I see a pattern that I've seen before on any other price action, my brain will tell me where I saw it. It will encyclopedia it for me. I'll actually get excited. I'll get this like autistic type of like energy. And I'll be like, huh? And I'll be like, oh yeah. But like, this is what I wanted to show you right here. It looks similar to that right here. See this RSI, how it's like flatter and moving down. And we have this high right here. I mean, it looks so similar. And then we had to come back down to the 200 SMA, the 21. That looks very similar to this. See that? They just look very, very similar. So very likely you're coming back down to beautiful short back to the 21. BLZ will be a nice payday, in my humble opinion. Let's take a look at the short. Let's build the short out. And again, I could be wrong. It could SR flip here and pump. You never know. Anything is possible. But for the most part, we're looking for something like this. Would have been nice to get the short in on the wick, but use supportive resistance and this trend line to block it because it's going to hit it. It's going to have to break through there to get to your, and then take this down. And again, this is just a suggestion. I am not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to do. Just going over BLZ and how I want you to back test this for yourself and I just want you to test this for educational purposes. I want you to watch this happen. If it does, I want you to do it again and again. Eventually, you're going to have a skill that you can rely on later on in life, and you're going to be able to see things for the way they are, right? So this could come on. I'd like it to be even lower. Sad, I can't really get more than a 2-to-1 risk-reward ratio, so it's kind of maybe, a little late for my short, or a smaller time frame scalp would be into play. But this definitely, to me, 90% chance you're going back to this 21 and then maybe pulling back a little bit more into the 706 in this area. And that is I think I was pretty thorough with that super chat. I don't think you'll get a more thorough super chat on any other channel about any other coin at any other time. Sin Games, why you sad? We are up huge the last 2 weeks. Everything looks like it's about to dump. But what's going to be the catalyst? Nothing, man. Just trade. Why do you have to wait for the news, man? Stay in the charts, bro. Sam, thank you for helping me understand the correlation between charts like ETH and Bitcoin dominance. That's another thing that I teach. I teach more than just the charts. I teach the relationship between macro analysis, right? The relationship between macro charting, right? That's why you got to watch my macro video every single Friday. If you're not watching that video, you're doing yourself such a horrible disservice. The video's just got so much awesome information in it. Really gives you what you need. You know what I mean? And there's nights to be up all night trading, and there's nights to go to sleep early. Like tonight, I'm telling you right now, everyone, I'm going to be going to sleep pretty early. I'm going to be getting my rest for the next insane week ahead. It's going to be nuts. All right? Also, look, there's a huge order of liquidity down here. They're very likely coming down to tap 36.5. It looks so likely. All right? A lot of coins look like they're pulling back. We see a lot of pullback coming. Again, I could be wrong, but a lot of times my thumbnails are prophetic. Let's go back in time and just look at my thumbnails. I'm telling you, I just get this instinct to make them. I don't really know where it comes from, right? Crucial move ahead. We had a monster move. You know what I mean? Monster move coming. We did get it. Huge move. We got it. Last chance kind of was, We'll leave you behind. It kind of did. Bitcoin bulls up. It did. Bull run on. It was. 40K on the way. We're pretty close to 30K. That was way before we even at some other levels. You know what I mean? Bitcoin can't stop pumping, and it would continue to go to the upside after that. What nobody sees, I could see that we were going to move, right? Bitcoin has one huge problem, Black Swan. I was actually saying the problem is a supply shock, right? Huge move coming. Do not miss this a month ago. A month ago. Watch this alt pump a month ago. A month ago. You know what I mean? Trying to get you ready for alts a month ago. A month ago. Like alt season. Everyone jumps into alt season a little late. Look, this is when I told you I was buying Solana and to buy Solana 3 weeks ago. In the jacuzzi. I gave the Solana call. Like, it's just crazy. Anyway, I show and prove every day. I'm going to keep you privy to what you need to know. We're going to get it. New moon, too. And Bitcoin likes to dump at the new moon. GROK, Elon mentioned this, that it's still on. I know, it's funny. So I feel awesome tonight. I definitely feel like I did my job and gave a lot of awesome information to everyone out there. Look at that thing, man. Stay away from these crazy memes, man, unless you're willing to lose. Could have went down as fast as it went up. How do you quantify stacking Bitcoin and taking profits? Like your short-term Bitcoin gains, would rather have cash or Bitcoin. I would never sell Bitcoin. I'm not going to go over this again. Sean, let's clip out what I talked about today in real estate. That should be clipped out. We're not getting enough clip outs recently, but that should definitely be clipped out, man. That thing is awesome. You guys are doing great, though. Sean, I love you. You've been doing unbelievable. God bless you and everyone on the team. Super excited. Very happy with everything that everyone's doing. You guys are awesome. Look, inverted head and shoulder. This thing, I'll be honest, this thing looks like it's going to go up 58%. It just says it's going to. So crazy. If I buy some, I'm not going to tell you. All right, how's that? Let's take a look at Big Time. It's been a while, and Big Time is hot. I appreciate you bringing that back up. Yo, KREST never... Dude, I put out KREST to the trading group before anyone talked about it. No one even mentioned it. I think it was a monster. It was a monster trade. Like, it really was. Like, it was one of my greatest calls ever, and, like, I don't even talk about it because it was like, whatever, it happens. I don't relish in the calls because, you know what? Tomorrow I got to make a call. You're only as good as your last call. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, Well, look at this. On 10-10, I'm talking about KREST. Sitting here at 7 cents, about to break up to the upside, and I'm thinking this thing could do some damage. It pulled back to the 618 golden Fibonacci, had low stochastics and lack of bearish momentum with a MACD that was looking nice and an RSI that was looking pretty sweet. I put alerts for it too, and I'd be like, man, this thing could moon. Remember, it was at 7 cents. 7 cents. Now what happened to this thing? Bitcoin just playing games. Let's take a look at CREST. As I showed before, Bitcoin's just going to make that channel on the 7 and the 15. But look where I put it out right here. It went sideways, sideways, and now look where it is. From that exact call that I gave you, up 357%. I gave this call. Look at it. You can see it. There's your before. Here's your before, and I'm going to make it the exact size. I love doing this. So look, here's your before, right? And let me do this too. I'm going to make it exact today. I want to make it exact. I want to have fun. Hold on. There's your before. There's your after. Look, no stop loss would have been hit. It never went lower than the 786 retracement. That's how you make massive gains in cryptocurrency. I'm teaching you guys. Look, that's a 3.5x in what? October 19th? 2 weeks? I mean, come on. 22 days? A little over 3 weeks? Bang. And that thing looks like it may not stop. It's out of control. CREST, man. So insanity in the trading group, what we're giving you guys. Like, it's insane. I gave you ZRX before it happened. Things up huge today. I give you guys the trades 2 or 3 days in advance because I see the price action before it happens. I don't get in when it pops. I can see it before it pops. That's the key. That is the key. And look, I don't trade a lot when the market's not amazing. I don't go hard. I got $8. I got $58 in the market. The worst I can lose is get liquidated at 36,169 and lose $58. It's the worst thing that can happen. I even have a stop loss on this thing. I even have a stop loss at 36,565. I can only lose like 40, like maybe $25 on this trade. Like, you know, I don't risk a lot. Yeah. Opremem el like mi gente. Cuando opremem el like. Right? Sam, Bitcoin 4-hour head and shoulders of Bitcoin. Agree. Angled. Move to the 34.9. This could take a while. Yeah, I see the angled head and shoulder too. Something like that. It's possible. Yep. And only time will tell. All right. What do you think about Rose? Let's take a look at Big Time for a second here. So Big Time's a hot coin. And honestly, that's kind of an Adam and Eve double bottom right there. That's a double bottom. See that? Now, it doesn't have a lot of liquidity. You kind of... It's got resistance. Where the life force flows, it goes. We'll look at the rose. Kind of a descender that could dump further down. I like the double bottom. I'd have to believe in this coin, do more research, and if I think it's hot, it's hot. You know what I mean? Let's look at TIA, Celestia. This thing continues to pump and do damage too as well. And I always remember the coins that matter in my head. This thing continued to moon. Also, I sold Tau, BitTensor. The thing continued to moon. I mean, what are you going to do? I had to take some profits on some things. Look, I got into TIA down here. Remember on the channel at 229? Remember when I got in right there on the channel? You guys remember I did it live, right? How much did I put in? Like 5? I didn't put a lot. You know, I didn't know anything about it, right? I just kind of half heard about it. And let's see what happened. It made me $379 off $500. You can't beat that, right? I mean, just ape into something you don't even know about. Now, I could be holding an amazing project for a long period of time. I get it. But these pumps are unsustainable, man, in my humble opinion. And everything pumps. I mean, what goes up must come down. Like, some coins were just absolutely out of control. They just never stop. They're just like... But, yeah, that's interesting. You can look at it like this. That's the thing. A lot of projects are still trying to keep their cool. You know, there's a chance this thing does continue to pump and go up even more to 589. This thing was all the craze. It's got bearish div, though. So here's the deal. If you're SR flipping right now, the second you lose this whole, you know, so previous resistance becomes support. The second you lose this level, you look for us to challenge the zone for a double bottom. Hang out, you know. 68% of the chance that it's going to the downside. 32% chance it breaks up to the upside. The stochastics getting low tells me that we may actually get a pump. But if Bitcoin dumps, everything will dump. If Bitcoin goes sideways, you could still get the pump. All right. Let's talk about Cake, how Cake won't stop. Cake's out of control. Cake has been a premier coin right now, just doing damage. And also, great thing, go to CoinMarketCap, hit the 2 mil. Let's see what's hot right now in the last hour. Look, FT2 token has not, it doesn't care. In 7 days, it's up 179%. Huobi token, up 35% and up now. So Huobi's doing well, right? IOTA's doing well. Chili's is strong. On the 24-hour, these coins haven't lost anything. Algorand is all right. You can't sell Algorand. It's so dang low anyway. Only got $1 billion market cap, though. Probably do some damage. Kronos, Flow, and there's my baby Caspa. Caspa's number 35. It was 33. It got pushed back down now. Still up 49% in 7 days. Pretty awesome, right? Dogecoin doing damage. GMX, eCash, Optimism. A lot of coins still holding their weekly gains here. Haven't really turned. Theta Network up 30% of the week. Also up, is it worth $1? Tron continues to be a really, a presence to look at. Lido DAO continues. DeFi is going to start holding its own a little bit because when people get into DeFi, they get into the TVL and they lock it in. All right? And they lock it in. And so that's also something that you want to think about. And that's why I like trading DeFi coins. They tend to hold a little better than other coins because they have an ecosystem behind them. And so the more I learn about DeFi, the more I understand about what's happening. So look, once we got above the 200 SMA, we were gone. Golden Cross coming for Cake tells me that a big move could be coming for Cake. So I would watch Cake something like this. And I wouldn't be surprised if we continue to the upside. I still hold my Cake. I love my Cake. I got Cake, baby, Cake. And where would you do Cake? You would do Cake on PancakeSwap.finance with your MetaMask. With your MetaMask wallet, I'm just joking. I say MetaMask, all right? But what if I said MetaMask and just like with a straight face? You know what I mean? What if I did that? Couldn't get into my MetaMask wallet for a segundo, you know. So look, we'll take a look here. We'll go to Earn, Farms and Pools. Now, I was going to actually join a farm. I got a BNB. It's a lot of pools, right? Oh, I got to connect my wallet again. I was about to say I should have a pool there. Oh, I got to switch to the Binance Smart Chain. Now they do that all for you for free. Now for free, but I still got an LP. What's an LP? It's when you split Cake and BNB and you run an LP. All right, and you can make up to 95% LP. And look, I just earned some Cake right there. I could harvest it, flip it into another one. Go to the pool, renew your Cake staking to activate Yield Booster. Stake Cake. Recent Cake profit, 8 cakes. Cake lock, 614 cakes. All right. Details. Unlocked. July. Oh, yeah. So, renew. To unlock period is ended. To avoid more rewards being burned, renew your staking position to continue enjoying the benefits from locked staking. Convert to flexible staking. You have to pay for that. Let's see. I just don't want to be locked in for a year straight. You know what I mean? So, hold on. Now, you get less with the flexible. I'll be honest, you know. Lock staking users are earning an average of 8% more benefits are coming soon. Annual current rates, 0.1. So you get nothing for flexible. So you really have to convert back to lock. So Cake, you used to get so much more Cake staking. Add duration, 10 weeks. APR only 0.71. Yield booster is 4.8. Expected is $1.83. So wow, you can't make much. But if cake goes up, this will go up in value. You know what I mean? So, but that's still, you used to be able to make a boatload on cake. So you can only get 3% APR if you lock it up for a year. I mean, a year from now, I'm pretty sure cake's going to be out of control. You know what I mean? DeFi will be humming. I'll do half a year, you know what I mean? And take the 1.5. Better than nothing. But it's kind of sad. Only when the staking business, yeah, but in a half a year from now, things will be out of control. It'll be the summer. Pretty good idea. Be somewhere in May or March. Yeah. Cake should be back at $5, $6, $7, $8 by then. Right? So I'll stake my cake and earn my, unlocks in 175 days. Cake locked. So I've locked my cake inside a syrup pool. All right. And you can trade too here on Pancake Swap. You can perpetual. You got a bridge too. Right? They even got Ethereum virtual machines now from Ethereum. So they got an Arbitron bridge. They got a bunch of stuff going on they did not have. And remember Axelar? Powered by Axelar? That's a coin that keeps coming up. Let's talk about it and why it's good in DeFi. And this is how my DeFi knowledge helps you too as well. I'm going to show you things you just never, man. Anyway. So Axelar, which is AXL, right? And I remember this thing is on, where is it on? Well, it looks like you can get it on Spooky Swap too. Bybit Spot. I also just saw it there on Coinbase for the USD, right? Yep, there it is. Coinbase still has a lot of coins now. I will tell you. So wow, this ran up crazily. And it's funny, Token Metrics was all over it. I was a little late on it, so I'm picking up the sauce. Wow, but only 36% gains. Thank goodness. Look, a bit of isn't it crazy? It's always this Adam and Eve idea. It's Adam and Eve double bottom action, right? You just got above this on the daily, though. That's actually a pretty hot sign, right? This is interesting. This is something I'm gonna be watching closely, and it didn't really pop hard enough yet. And they're all over it here on Token Metrics. This thing could eventually moon like it could start like a ZRX, and it's getting above these high volume nodes. And look, its next spot is right there. It's 73. So that looks like, I'm not saying easy money, but simple money. Simple way to trade to gain a quick 70 or 69%. Set alerts on this. And see, sometimes all I can do is this. I'm busy. I got this going on, right? I may not be able to draw you, but I'm teaching you how to fill in the blanks after the fact if you keep coming back, if you learn from me every single day. All right? C6 is in a little bit of a flag too, right? See some coins wanting to pump. VXV is in a little bit of a flag. We'll look at that. But I would set alerts on AXL, and it is on KuCoin. I mean, on Coinbase. So if I, every once in a while, I might grab a coin on Coinbase. I haven't done it once this year, but you never know. And that's Axelar, and we see that it's propelling DeFi, and it's used in the background. That's pretty good, amazing, right? People make you these top 5 videos, and they get all these views, man. I give you so much more in these sessions every day. Blow your mind. Can you look at Bones? It's at 90-day lows. Love your pick. I mean, Bones are all right, man. Sam, it's Jeff from the one-on-one the other day. Thanks for hanging, bro. You're the best, man. Shout out to Love to Crypto. I love you, Jeff. Had a great time kicking it with you too, man. Hope you had a wonderful day with your wife and kid. I was out with the kids at the park. My wife's been pregnant at home, barely able to move. She hasn't left the house in 10 days, so I've been taking the kids wherever I can take them. You know what I mean? Someone brought about DINO. Is it also on Coinbase? Nope. It's only on Bybit Spot, or BitGet Spot even. I looked at DINO like it could pop. Look, it never did. Someone asked me about it recently. I think I put it in this flag. It looked nice. But, kind of shoulder, head, and a shoulder, too. Kind of a complex. It's funny, even when you really look at it. Shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder, Complex head and shoulder. And remember, this is what I'm showing you for Bitcoin. You break these levels, you dump down to the 200 SMA. It's very likely. And then you get the rounded top. Not good. All right. Plus, the life of Rose is in a Coinbase, and it's cheap. I like Rose. I used to trade Rose. Oasis. All right. Traded Rose many times. Oasis Network. I got this in the Adam and Eve, and it ripped to the upside recently. But honestly, once it breaches this line, it's going even 5. So you're looking for Rose to get above this zone and just absolutely moon. Let's look at it where you're saying, because there's more information on Coinbase. Yeah, I mean, look at that. That's an Adam and Eve double bottom. It's clear as day. tells me I can just plop in a few grand and this thing is going to moon like you read about. 4-day chart's a little high. Daily's a little high. The 2 days a little high. 22-hour looks interesting, but again, same kind of ideas here for a lot of coins. You got bearish divvy. So if Bitcoin can consolidate and go nice, like, so that looks to me what's about to happen. And look, you got a golden cross there. I mean, that thing could moon. So Rose might be my next swing bag. You know, put 5 to 10 grand in Rose and let this thing just absolutely take off. I got an alert on Rose. Rose may be the big next winner. It hasn't pumped yet. Not like the other ones. It began a little bit, but it hasn't done a ZRX, so to speak. That's an Adam and Eve double bottom on Rose. Inside the flag, I got an alert on it. I would watch Rose possibly Sunday to Sunday. Like, we'll come here next Sunday night and watch. This thing is going to be in some crazy, like, other plane. And you'll be like, well, Lifer was talking about it. And Adam and Eve double bottoms are notorious. All right, everyone. Bang, bang, bang. And I just saw a super chat coming on in. Thanks for all you do for us each day. Wish you and the fam a blessed day. Thank you for the $20 super chat, man. That's the nicest thing you could have done. High frequency individual right there, boosted frequency. He's going to get so much back for giving right now. Whenever you give, God sees that. Whenever you give, God sees it. No matter what, God sees it. I gave a lot away the last month. It all came back to me. Every piece of it. Without a doubt in my mind. I ended up buying a new car. You know what I mean? Like, I was at a charity event, and I won't say how much I gave, but they had a microphone, and everyone was wearing $3,000 shoes, $5,000 this and that. I mean, everyone was decked out. And, you know, one guy said, hey, I'm going to give away this amount of money. Is anyone going to join me? And I saw people just sitting there, and I just was like, I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I'm the lifer, man. I went and grabbed that mic, and I said, yeah, I'm going to throw down 2 as well. Like, let's go, baby, let's go. And, like, it felt so good to give at that one, you know, and not to hold back. And I gave a speech about not holding back and about when your hand is open, more comes into your life. When your hand is closed, you're blocking opportunity. So when you give, you're actually accepting more into your, like, it's like you're creating a whirlwind of people that hold back, don't realize. So when you're afraid to give, usually you're not going to live the most fulfilling life. When you begin to give, things are going to blow up like you wouldn't believe. Look, VXV looks interesting compared to everything else. Had the bearish div already, then pulled down. If anything could boom, this thing could boom. I do own this coin already. I got a little bit of a bag for VXV, Vector Space Bioscience. Sounds smarter than it is, right? But it's cool. And it may not go huge, but I am liking what I'm seeing here for a possible gain of maybe 83% for Vector Space AI. VXV on my radar as well. All right. How many here are in the trading group? How many here are not in the trading group but would wish they were? Who here is in the trading group? Say yes, I'm in the trading group. I want to know. Put a 1 if you're in the trading group. Put a 2 if you're not in the trading group. Put a 1 if you're in the trading group. Put a 2 if you're not. All right. I didn't say 1. I said put a 1 or a 2. I didn't ask you to say. No, I'm just messing with you. All right. A lot of people not in the trading group. You got a lot of people in the trading group. We're getting a mix of 2s and 1s here. A lot of 1s. Some 2s. Triple 1s. I like it. Some 2s, some 2s. I see a lot of people that are actually members that are not in the trading group. What are you waiting for? It's $99 a month, and with this next thing, it's going to be like 67 or something with the deal that we're giving you. Can I be in the group twice? Of course you can. We love you. 589, you're funny. Wow, so a lot of people still haven't taken the... Why? What makes you... Let me ask you a question. Why aren't you in the trade? What are you holding? What makes you not want to be in the trading group? Why are you holding back? The Simpsons had the most episodes for a show at 755. Our boy Lifer has over 1,000. Never takes a break. Amen. Is the order call still good? Sort me deal life. I have no funds to trade with. I'm stubborn. I don't really have the funds. You know what's funny? I don't really have the funds is the weirdest answer. You're telling me that you can't, you don't have $70 a month. And again, don't join my trading group. Just get education. Like, cause it sounds like I'm shilling myself, but dude, the education in the group is insane. I work so hard. You really don't think that if you spend even through text message in a Discord with me for a month, you're not going to learn about your subconscious mind. You're not going to learn how to discipline yourself. You're not going to learn how to push yourself to the limit. What are you afraid of? I don't know how to join. It's so simple. I actually pinned the message right here. You hit cryptolifer.com. You hit join today. You click join today, and you can get in right now. Choose an option. Monthly billing, 3 months, 6 month, or yearly. Bang. With Stripe.com with the credit card immediately. You're in that fast. It's not that hard, man. Look, there's Caesar right there hanging with me, man. Guys, jump on in today. It'll blow your mind. All right? You'll get so much information. Once a week, I do a weekly screen share that people say is worth $100 a month. And I do it 4 times a month. I give you access to my Token Metrics account, which is worth a $3,000 NFT, which I have. Like, you're going to get your mind blown. I'm telling you right now, you've never educated yourself in the way that you will when you finally get yourself into the trading group. It's just, I don't know. Anyway, what's included in the trading group? Dude, in the trading group, oh my God. Number one, you have access to my entire Discord. Number one, bang, right? Watch first videos with free guides right off the bat. How to use alt trading in a great way. Proper risk management right off the bat too. And a video teaching you how to get everything out of the group. Read the testimonials and see what people said. See what they're doing. Seeing the gains. It'll blow your mind. $858,000. I mean, people making 18 grand. People making $500,000 off of 29,000. He changed his life right there. On top of that, I post charts and ideas every single day, all day. Look at this is how much I've worked today on a weekend. On a weekend day. This is me on a weekend day. I'm up till 12:40 last night, 12:57 posting ideas, getting you to the next level, right? I'm done at 1:53. I'm back at 8:50. 7 hours later, I'm back. Barely sleeping. There's idea. I'm not going to give you everything, but there's a bunch. And I've been posting chart after chart, idea after idea. Even what happens here, if you can't make the live. Then I have elite traders. I have 4 elite traders that are as skilled as me that I sat and trained. They took one-on-ones with me. They've been in the group for over 3 years with me. They hit massive gains all the time, constantly. Like, it's insane. All right? On top of that, we do a weekly screen share every single week. I do token metrics, and I post the coins every single Monday and go over them each week. That's worth $99 a month on its own. I have a 99 group where you can talk and get things done. Then I have another place, a learning TA and questions and answers. You can sit and post your first charts ever, and people will critique them for you and help you learn how to chart. This is where people post their first charts of their lives, and they start to make sense. Okay? Then I have a content directory, which is what people charge you thousands of dollars for. It's an entire trading course. Limit orders, market orders, stop losses, how to short and long, right? BOOKMAP webinar, how to read liquidity, trading view shortcuts, KuCoin spot trading tutorial, how to set up BOOKMAP, Fibonacci, VRVP, fractals, stochastics masterclass 1 and 2, candlestick patterns, risk management, Bitcoin dominance, support and resistance. Oh my God, Fibonacci, you will name it, measured moves, wedges and triangles, how to spot price action and trend analysis, how to use the rising wedge the right way, patterns guide, double tops, double bottoms, the diamond explained, how to trade rising, it divergences. Right, what I just gave you right there, people are charging you $2,000 to $3,000 for. I'm telling you right now, if you don't join the group, you're completely out of your mind. Give me a month of your time. I'm going to change your life. I'm telling you right now. All right, everyone, I love you all. I'm done shilling myself, but I just want to let people know that I won't stop pushing every single day to get you where you want to be. I'm going to help you. If you want to set a positive mindset and stay disciplined, I know I can help you do that. Everybody, I love you. I'm here for you. On top of that, wait, I didn't finish. Then we even have a leverage mastery class that is an extra $300. That's why I didn't want to push like extra money. But once you get involved and you really want to go to the next level, my buddy Master Friend teaches a leverage mastery class. He has leverage mastery. There's a README, there's mentoring, and there's a whole group in there. And there's people doing all sorts of things, Forex. And he does mentoring 3 times a week, where he's going to sit with you, go over the trades, talk about price action. He might even take a live trade in front of you and discuss how it played out. There's so much going on in the trading group. It's insane. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. And I'm out for the night. May you have a wonderful day. May you stay blessed at 10:11 on 11/11 as I make my exit, which is pretty fitting. Let's talk about the fan funding. I always like to talk about the fan funding. Bufflin, can you look at Bone? We'll take a look at Bone. Woody, PYR and XYO. The Simpsons had the most episodes. Yep. Woody, I'll get into those super chats for you. Thank you, Lifer. I want a spot on Debate Crypto's Deal or No Deal. I couldn't enter Trading Wars because I was already in a huge 8.5x trade. 777s. So cool that you won, man. I'll be watching when you're there, man. I hope you win even more on that Deal or No Deal. It'd be so cool. BLZ looks interesting from Dopamine Wave Pool. Thank you so much for the love. And let's think about, I didn't even think about it. Wow, $63 in chat revenue. Little time mining. Will Aluminum be the next gold? Aluminum 2,500. Maybe it will. About the J Rego Music, we love you. Stack Change, we love you. Goddess Love 777, we love you. Crypto Rambler, we love you. David Brumbelow, we love you. Bufflink, we love you. Woody, we love you. And Mr. J, and everybody that did comment, like, subscribe, jump on in. We appreciate you. 48,000 on our way to 49 and 50K. 50K before the end of the year. Could it be? Could it be? Could it be? Everyone, and I'm going to take a look at PYR. I'm going to take a look at XYO, and I'm going to take a look at Bone for my beautiful people that came on the live and sent some super chats in. Let's take a look at Bone on ShibbaSwap. And Bone's super low. I'm looking at it in this kind of giant kind of cup and handle here. Triple bottom, really. Every time it came here, it made a massive pump to the upside. It looks like Bone is about to do it again. Every time it hits this level, it's like a whale jumps on in and gets this thing absolutely mooning. So you could only assume. What I like about it is you don't have to risk a lot. I could put a stop loss maybe somewhere down here, and if it stops out, fine. But 125%, and that's a giant cup and handle. And look, bounce, bounce, bounce. It looks like 3's a charm. Will Bone break up again? It's very, very possible. You never know. But hey, that's an interesting chart. I mean, right at the level that it's hit numerous times. I talked about Vulcan Forge. I gave it to you guys. I went over it. I knew it was going to be hot. I drew it in this thing right here, and boom, Vulcan Forge now up 80% gains from 424. I made a video about Vulcan Forge and PYR. It was one of my top 5 gaming coins. I put it out like 2 or 3 weeks ago. All the coins that I mentioned absolutely moon for massive gains. Absolutely moon for massive, massive gains. Almost forgot to post this puppy. I'm working at 1,000 miles a minute. I produced so much information in the last 2 hours on a Saturday night. I'm pretty proud of what we got through tonight. This looks like it's going to have to pull back. I mean, that's an insane rally. But PYR, another banger that I gave to the trading group. You'd be like, no. I'm like, yeah, did it again. You know what I mean? Did it again. 10:30, 1 hour looking good so far on PYR. All right. Here's my update on PYR. I was sitting at 407 inside of the flag. 615 was my target. We blew that out. And that was at 10:30 Halloween night after my, Halloween morning. I'm up at 7:30 in the morning grinding on Halloween, right? Was it Halloween? I believe it was a Saturday night. It was like a weekend night this year, right? And let's take a look at what happened to PYR before and after. I mean, the thing just was a moon city, baby. To the target and some. My targets get hit, and then, wow, 80%, 80-80. Look at that. Like the 40-40 club, but 80-80. Everyone likes to hate. Everyone likes to, that lifer dude. But everyone that comes to the channel understands, learns, and we really help a lot of people, and that's the key. Everybody, I love you. I'm out for the night. May God bless each and every one of you for being here. Thank you so much for jumping on in. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next live stream. We'll take a look at Bitcoin one more time, but I already gave you my predicciones. All right, and we'll talk about it. We'll go back to the 1 hour. We'll open this up, but I see us just doing our thing, slowly going down, probably somewhere at like 36,850 when we wake up tomorrow morning, and only time will tell. Everybody, thank you so much for jumping on in. To everybody that made the stream possible, to all the sponsors, ITrust Capital, BingX, and everybody that helps out the channel, to all my crew, to Master Friend, to Love Learning, to GF Burke, to everybody that helped out today and did the super chats, to Crypto Billy, Crypto Bellico, Robert Young, Stack Exchange, and to Jamie, Sean, and Jay, the editor, FUD Expert, and everybody else, and Lakochi Coker, my entire team, and my wife who works tirelessly even though she's not feeling amazing. May God bless everybody that makes the stream happen. I could not do it without each and every one of you. Thank you so much for everything. And I'll see you tomorrow for a beautiful morning stream, and we'll be back for Bitcoin and the weekly candle close. I love you all. Crypto is life, baby. Stay safe. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Crypto is life. I love you. Have a great night. Thank you so much, everybody. Gratitude is the attitude. I'll go to sleep in a state of gratitude. I'll wake up in a state of gratitude. May God bless each and every one of you. And thank you, God, for making the stream possible. I love you, God. You're the man. Thanks for everything.